I see troubles on my left, troubles on the right. Be alright, I know. God will make a way for me. Out of the valley, mountains and the sea. You are one. You will make a way for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Powerful Almighty. Yes, peeps. Big up on yourself. No love and respect. It's another Sunday. Big up Jermaine Edwards. Jermaine Edwards. Yes. And big up, I shall say, Bishop Edwards for bringing such a wonderful young man in this world to impart such beautiful music that is so inspiring to young youths like myself. Big up Jermaine Edwards. God will make a way for me. Yeah, definitely. Always make a way. Even when it seems impossible, He makes the impossible possible. Enough love and respect, peeps. It's another Sunday evening, and it's your boy, Holy Fire 777. Here, blazing the fire. Yes, taking it higher. The Cape London say, more fire. Can't cool. And I don't know, as you know, there's nothing for you to worry about. From your clean, the fire not gonna burn you out. Definitely. Yes, so big up on yourself. And always remember, it is very important, utmost important, to have clean hands and a pure heart. You get what I'm saying? And when you're talking from your mouth, not your ass. When you tell people things, you love them, you care about them, make sure it's coming from your mouth, your heart, coming through your mouth, and not your ass. Yes. So it's another Sunday night. It's the 2nd of August. So happy new month to you guys. It's August, September. Yeah, big up Danai and Dante in heaven. Yeah, September, they would have been a year, 1 year. So it's almost 1 year since Danai and Dante died. Big up Danai and Dante. Big up Danai and Dante, mother. Yes, real warrior princess. Big up yourself, babes. Yeah. Big up every time. Yeah. We are here and we are fighting the battle. Not by ourselves, but by Father God. His might, not through our might. Because with our strength, our might will fail. You get me, I say? And we might kill a couple people and end up going to jail, but no, we're not doing that. We are fight through Father God. Might. You get what I'm saying? Whether day or night, He will win the fight. Because the fight is already won. Yes. So big up yourself, babe. No love and respect. Big up Danai and Dante in heaven. Big up my Father God. Yes, we take care of Danai and Dante in heaven. Yes. Yeah. Brown little baby girl. And my cute little dark son. Dark complexion like me. Yeah, but you know, never question God. God allows certain things to happen to His strongest soldiers. I'm saying give the hardest battles to His strongest soldiers. Yes. You wonder why would I want to be a strong soldier? But Father God say, yo, you are the one I'm going to get this battle. Why not you? Why me, Father? Him say, why not you? Well, like Jesus may say, well, Father, take this cup from me if it is your will. But, you know, and if it's your will, then I will bear it. Yeah, big up yourself, K. Big up yourself. Sometime in life we don't want certain battles to fight. We don't want it. We all want to live in peace and harmony. But that is not where it goes. Sometimes we have to fight that battle so we'll make it better for other persons' comfort. I'm sure Moses never wanted to fight in a battle. Moses never wanted to fight in a battle. But then God used Moses. Moses ran away, but God used him. Just imagine Moses, God sending Moses to free so much Israelites. Thousands of Israelites were living in slavery for over 400 years. But God used Moses to free them. Yeah. I'm saying Moses never want to be a strong soldier. I said, first of all, Father God, I can't even talk. I'm stuttered. I said, okay. God said, okay. I will send your brother Aaron. So big up Aaron. Big up Moses, big up Aaron. Say, okay, I will send your brother Aaron. He will be there. He will do the talking. Then since you're stuttered, you're going to find excuse. So, so you go. So yes, it's another Sunday evening. So, we started kick it off already by reading a Psalms. Yeah. And if you know me, there is no Psalms to me like Psalms. Because what? The great king, the prophet King David, a man after God's own heart. A man after God's own heart. Yes, yes. That is David, the prophet king. Yeah. So Psalms 35 say, plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me. Fight with them that fight against me. Take hold of shield and buckler and stand up for mine help. Draw out also the spear and stop the way against them that persecute me. Say unto my soul, I am thy salvation. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. Let them be as chaff before the wind, and let the angel of the Lord chase them. Let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of the Lord persecute them. For without cause they have hid for me net in a pit, which without cause they have dig for my soul. Let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let his net that he had catch himself unto that very destruction let him fall. And my soul shall be joyful in the Lord. It shall rejoice in his salvation. All my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee, which delivereth the poor from him that is too strong for him? Yea, the poor and the needy from him that spoileth him. False witness did rise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. They reward me evil for good, to the spoiling of my soul. What as for me, when they were sick, my clothing was sackcloth. I humble myself with fasting, and my prayer return unto my own bosom. Yeah, we ever stop this all. Big up Father God. Yeah. So as David said, Father God, plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me, and fight against them that fight against me. And David was very sincere in his prayer, and Father God always hear his prayer. So today, the wicked is still trying to persecute the righteous, and I am saying, Father God, please plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me. Fight against them that fight against me. Fight against them that fight against me, because you see that my hands are clean and my heart is pure. Yes. So I'm going to feel the fire. Yeah, I'm going to feel the wrath of God. Anyway, peeps, as I say, the title or the topic this evening, because I'm not a very bright boy, I'm not as a very bright boy like a lot of you that even watch. Yeah. I'm not a very bright boy like a lot of you that watch. So it says, are we emancipated? Is Jamaica independent? And as I say, I'm not so bright. So when it come on to words like those, I would have to look them up in the dictionary. What is the meaning of emancipated or emancipation? What is the meaning of independent, being independent? I would have to look up that in the dictionary as well. Yeah. And when I look, it says emancipation means the act of setting someone free or giving them social, political, or legal freedom. It describes liberation from slavery. You know what emancipation mean? The act of setting someone free or giving them social or political or legal freedom. It describes liberation from slavery. Liberation from slavery. Are we liberated from slavery in 2026? Are we liberated? Are we emancipated? And it's early time now. It's 11 minutes gone into the live. So I'm not going to say anything as yet. I'm just watching. Because some people will continue to play stupid games. And what I know is this. When you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You get what I'm saying? When you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So a lot of people believe that you can have money and you can do what you want with other person's lives because they don't have money like what you have. They have never seen the money that you have, not even in figures. If they even see it in figures, they couldn't even quote it, you know? So persons like that will feel like they can do whatever they want in your life or to you or even with your channel because you are just a small person. But Father God said, they are more with me than they are those than those that are against me. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, you're too slow to know. You get what I'm saying? Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Yeah. The man of God, I think it was Elijah. Yes, and his servant. Elijah or Elisha. Yeah, one of them. And he bring him and he look up into the mountain. And when he looked, there was a host of soldiers coming against Israel at the time. A whole heap of soldier. And he was trembling. But then the man of God, the prophet, said to him, say, Father God, I pray that you open his eyes, spiritual eyes. And when Father God opened his eyes and his servant saw, when he looked, he saw a host of angels with chariots, tens and ten thousands coming. You get what I'm saying? So that to show that they are more with us than those that are against us. So some people might fight in war physically, but I fight my war spiritually. And if you're even fighting a war, fighting me spiritually, you can't win. You can't win because you're not fighting me, you're fighting Father God. And if you spit in the sky, it will fall in your face and you will fall in disgrace. The higher the monkey climb is the more that monkey or those monkeys, in this case, the higher the monkeys climb is the more that their horses will be exposed. Sister FNC, big up yourself. FNC Lipenge from out of, don't tell me. Not Kenya. What's the African country name again? Holy small. Can't believe I forget. But my African sister, big up yourself. Malawi. Is it Malawi? Was it Malawi? I'm trying to remember, sis. Forgive me if I don't remember. But my African sister, Lepenge, big up yourself, sis. Enough love and respect. Africa. And as you are African, yesterday was Emancipation Day in Jamaica. And then the 6th, which was the first, and the 6th should be Independence Day. So today, the topic is, are we emancipated? Is Jamaica independent? Yes, Malawi. Okay, so I'm right. Yeah. Yeah, Malawi. Yeah, and I love your name. You see, you had the pleasure of being born in Africa, where you got an African name. And I was born, no regret, in Jamaica, around the West, where I get this slave plantation owner name, which I should have changed long time ago. Not Holy Fire, but my name that is on my birth certificate. I will not say government name because my name is not government name. I'm not owned by the government. So people say government name. I'm not owned by the government. So my name that is on my birth certificate, my name that was given to me at birth by my mother. Yeah. Kadeen, hello, Kadeen, hello. Yeah. So the topic, as I say, peeps, is are we emancipated? Is Jamaica truly independent? And there's a lot of persons will say, yes, we are. And the word independence, as I say, I'm not as eloquent or, so educated as a lot of you are. You get what I'm saying? Yes. Yes. So I didn't went to college like a lot of you and have bachelors and masters and all of that, doctorate. Like, I've doctorate like some of these idiots. So the word independent means free from control, rule, free from control, rule, or influence of others. Key application include being self-governing, self-reliant, are unaffiliated with a large group. So all of them were there, new words to me. We just learned some new words. This is just some crazy thing from what I'm reading here, from my understanding of it. Maybe I'm not getting it. Maybe I'm just too dumb to get it or understand it. And I'm not as bright as a lot of you guys are to get it. I'm just too dumb to get it. And that can happen. But if you're dumb, you're just dumb. You get what I'm saying? If you're stupid, you're just stupid. And there is no cure for stupidity. So maybe I end up dumb and stupid. Should have a country like Jamaica, smaller country than Jamaica. Smaller countries have their own airline. Jamaicans don't have their own airline. So is it that a lot of things I see in Jamaica, is it that our governance are less experienced in governing a country like Jamaica? Are they not educated enough? Are they not educated enough to govern the country in certain ways for us to be emancipated and independent, more independent, Are they not educated? I don't think so. Education is not a problem. There are quite a lot of very intelligent, educated Jamaicans in Jamaica. And for one to be in governance, they have to be very well learned, have some, what they call it now, a large level of understanding of governance. It is not like governing your home. Governing a country is not like governing your home. You get what I'm saying? So why Jamaica run like that? Yeah. We are not independent. We are not. And that is my thought. You guys are free to express yourself. As I say on this channel, you're free. Your opinion is your opinion. I'm not gonna block you or cut you off because you don't agree with me. No. You are free to express yourself freely and respectfully. That is me. I'm not biased. You get what I'm saying? Other people, as I said before, have their platform and they're biased. If you don't agree with them and you're not saying what they want you to hear, of course they're gonna cut you off, block your ass. Literally. Yeah. But I'm not like that. I'm gonna listen to you. Give you your own opinion. Because we should be able to agree to disagree. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hate you because we don't share the same opinion. You should not hate me because I don't share your opinion. I don't see what you're saying as right, or you don't see what I'm saying as right. You're on that side and you see a 9. I am this side and I see a 6. That does that make it you are wrong and I am right? You get what I'm saying? We both could be right. We both are viewing it on a different level or different side. You get what I'm saying? So I need to say, a lot of Jamaicans, I wish Jamaicans, not wish, which is witchcraft. I hope Jamaicans will even change their mindset the way that they are and stop taking sides. I am one Jamaican. That is not, when I speak, I don't speak on no political side or take no side. I am unbiased. I don't know how to be biased when it comes on to talking things about Jamaica. You get what I'm saying? I love my Jamaica. I love my Jamaican people. I love my culture. I love to walk and hear Jamaican talking. It's better than watching television. It's better than watching television. When I re-watch videos that I do and I hear Jamaicans and, conversation that I had with them, it's like music to my ears. Pick up every Jamaicans, yard and abroad. I love you. I love you. You get what I'm saying? And you can be the good as the best and as bad as the worst also, but I love Jamaicans. Yeah. So, saying this to say, for example, even our airport, our ports, everything is leased out, and I'm not gonna say stuff that I don't know, and because I'm not one who come here and just chat things that I don't know, and I'm not one who ever govern a country or should know how to govern a country, but I'm like, I've been and I've seen other country making a lot of money from their ports and their airports and all of that, the ports of entry. You get what I'm saying? So when you lease out all of that, it's like we have nothing. Jamaica have nothing really. Jamaicans have nothing. When I look, I'm wondering if any other Caribbean country have to hustle as much as Jamaicans do. Because trust me, I think we have the largest hustling in the Caribbean of people hustling, literally hustling in order to survive. Not no proper job or big businesses. I don't see Jamaicans there are Jamaicans, that have business, but not enough. It is mostly foreigners. Foreigners have more opportunity. And I saw this, I'm gonna say this Caucasian young man from England. He was on TikTok here. But opportunity is not presenting itself. It is not presented to the youths of Jamaica, to the younger youths, the Jamaicans. When I walk in Montego Bay especially, and I look, I see, even in this time when you have Dream Weekend and all that, everyone is trying to catch something, a lot of persons, crazy amount of young people, they are actually hustling. When you ask them their age, Is not saying Jamaica hopeless. No. I'm just saying there is not enough opportunity for the young youths. So what is really happening? You got people coming into Jamaica, and they have far more opportunity. People are doing business and paying less tax than Jamaicans. Which country does that? I'm sure you can go to America, England, or Canada, or no other country, and you are going to pay less tax. Just go into the country, go do business, and pay less tax than Americans, especially. I'm not living in America. I am not living in America right now. I am in Jamaica. And whatever money that I make on YouTube, I am paying tax in America because the company, YouTube, Google, it's American companies. And I'm making money from their company and I am paying tax. I'm not in America. You get what I'm saying? Which is, I don't have a problem with that because that is very reasonable. Yeah. Tell me if you're hearing me good, people. Tell me if you're not hearing me good. Yeah. It could be. Yeah. Tell me if you're hearing me good. Okay, I guess it's okay. So I guess it's yours. It's not mine. It's yours, not mine. Yeah. Yeah. You know, sometime. So I'm saying, are we independent? Are we independent? Are we, I mean, I've watched countries like Cuba and China and Russia and all that, and people say, oh, they are communists. Communists. Did I pronounce the word right? As I say, I'm not as bright, as brilliant as you guys. They are a communist country, right? People say they are a communist country. Yeah. So, but are we free in Jamaica to even express yourself? Because I'm here on YouTube, and I can tell you, people are going through it. It's like Jamaica is even becoming a communist country. And I've never heard no other YouTuber would say that, because another person won't say that because their bread, they will try to suffocate their bread because they depend on YouTube to make a living. So they will try to suffocate their bread. They will try to suffocate them by saying stuff like this. Are we independent? Are we? Are we emancipated? Every year in Jamaica, when it touch times like this, in summer, you hear that we have drought. We have drought, so you get less water in your pipes. And Jamaicans run with that and say it's drought. I live in Cayman for 9 years. And I've never heard about drought in Cayman. Like, seriously? Yes, they have. Do they not have drought? Does the grass not dry up at times and they have less rainfall? Yes, that happens. But even when that happens, people still have water in their pipe 365 days per year. People don't have black tanks in their houses. What you say? In Cayman Island, which is a smaller island than Jamaica, people don't have black tanks in their houses. They don't have black tanks on their houses. Cayman Island don't have a spring. They don't have no river. Like, seriously? Yeah. So where they get water from? Do they wait on the rain to fall? And then they harvest the rainwater and store it? And that's how it serve them right during the year? No? Well, some people actually, they have what they would call it, some kind of underground tank where the house You know, them concrete tank, some people actually build their house and it's some have it outside. And they actually use that water for different purposes, as in watering their flowers or stuff like that. Yeah. But they have water 365 days per year. Where they get water from? They are surrounded by the Caribbean Sea. There is no river, there is no spring. But they have water. We're going to come back to that. In Jamaica now, if you go about a lot of places, they don't have water right now. People have never seen water in their pipes. Never. I have grandnieces and grandnephews who have never seen water in the pipe. That would be like luxury for them. They always have to bathe in bath pans. You get what I'm saying? Catch water in buckets to throw in the toilet to flush it. Yeah. Come back to Cayman again. So Cayman don't have any spring and they don't have any river. So where they get water from? They get seawater. But the seawater is salt. Yeah. But when they're finished with it, I'm sure you can even put a filter in your pipe and you can drink it if you want. Like, seriously? Yeah. Yeah. Cistern. Oh, yes, dry. Cistern. Yeah. You can put a filter on the pipe in your kitchen or wherever, and you can actually drink the water. When I was in Cayman, I buy water to drink, as in bottled water to drink. We can use the water in the pipe to cook with, to bathe with, and do whatever. But it's actually the seawater. It doesn't come straight from the sea to your house. No, it don't. It is breakdown. There's a lot of process through that. So can Jamaica do that too? Of course we can. But we wouldn't even have to do that because Jamaica is the land of wood and water. Why would they say Jamaica is the land of wood and water? Why? And every summer like now, we are drought, but they say Jamaica is a land of wood and water. Say it's a land of wood and no, and less water, then it's a land of wood and water. Because we are actually land of wood and water. So much springs, so many springs and many, many rivers. And I say again, when you go to Ocherius, St. Anne, right, on the north coast here, St. Anne, St. Mary, Portland, St. Thomas, St. Catherine, there are springs and rivers, a lot of them, so many of them coming down out of the mountains. Especially when you go to St. Anne, you see water wasting, running down into the sea, fresh river water and spring water. When you go in there, you see people stop on the roadside catching spring water. When you go into Portland, St. Thomas, people stop on the water catching spring water coming down out of the mountain, fresh and clean, pure, coming down, flowing through the limestone that purify the water. So how can we run out of water? You get what I'm saying? So why Jamaicans think that are being told that we don't have, I mean, it's drought, so we don't have no water and all of that. Huh? Why are we being told that all the time? Why can't all Jamaicans in 2026 have water? People all over want to come to Jamaica from all over the world. But they go into the major towns and all of that. Tourists attracted here and all of that. But when you go to the countryside, when I go to country, my relatives have to buy water. And it seems like they're never ever going to get water. Because at one point, I remember growing up in the country also, and we didn't have water all along, but we used to have pipes at some point. What do you call it? Standpipe. Some persons have few pipes in their houses, not in their house, but in the yard, like a one pipe, and then you'd have to catch water late at night or so. But that, not even that anymore. I've not seen that anymore. When I go to country, everybody, have to buy water. People have to buy water. The rain not falling, even at a time like now, the water truck, the men that drive water truck are making crazy amount of money, millions of dollars. You get what I'm saying? From taking water to people. And just imagine, country have a lot of big houses upstairs and all of that, so people need a lot of water. Yes, are we independent? We are Jamaica, such a lovely country, independent Jamaica, emancipated, and we celebrate emancipation. And I mean, it's just like blind leading blinds. They're just jumping up and celebrating. For what? What are we celebrating? What are we truly celebrating? What are we truly celebrating? Are we celebrating, really celebrating, being emancipated, being independent? The other day I went in Montego Bay, I see a store open. And as I say again, a new store open. Big, more like, it's almost like a plaza, but it's a store. Because inside is pretty big. You guys see it, pretty big, so big, very big. I conquered and I will say very big, you know? And it's a Chinese who own it. It's a Chinese that own it. And again, I don't have any problem with the Chinese because I said it again. If I was a businessman and I could go into a country and make millions of profit on my money very easily, bring my family and just open business and they get years of not paying tax and all of that, of course, I would take them. If I was a businessman, I would jump to that opportunity. So I'm not blaming the Chinese. I'm just saying Jamaicans have less opportunity and we are independent. We are emancipated. School suffering too. Yeah, school suffering too because they put school in politics where school even have political affiliation, which is children go to school from both parties, parents from both parties. So that's crazy. So because that school have certain political affiliation, they're not going to get the funding as some school would. It's crazy. Yeah, when I look and I see the Chinese, they are prospering. And I see my Jamaican people, sometimes I talk to them. Not all of them want to be on camera, and I talk to them at times. And I feel their pain. And majority of the ladies that I see, ladies especially, that are actually hustling, they are actually single parents. I think sometimes these fathers, I'm not gonna make excuse because, but I think sometimes a lot of these fathers in Jamaica, some of them are really under stress and they don't know how to deal with stress. That's why they run away, leave them women and kids, which is that should not be an excuse. But some people don't know how to deal with certain stress and problem, so they will run away for true. And a lot of these ladies, they are the ones that are struggling. They're on the road and they have to use their profit to buy back food, what they should be buying. So they are living straight from hand to mouth. And at times, you know what they have to do? And at times, a lot of them will have to sell a man some front, literally, in order to make up the money to take care of their kids. They will have to do what? Sell some front, literally. And then in no time, they become big front sellers. YouTube have a problem with certain words, but YouTube don't know that already yet. Front sellers. Yeah, a lot of time you see them on the road and they become front sellers. It's not like they wanted to do it, but I'm not gonna say it's the only option either. But it seems like a good option. So they start selling front because the hustling thing not working out. It's more stress. You get what I'm saying? Even though front selling seems to be a lot of stress, it is not the best. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But when I look, and as I say, I see the Chinese, they are prospering. They are really prospering. And when I look, even on YouTube, when I watch, a lot of these Chinese from the country that they are coming from, in China, a lot of them, they work in factories and they have to work hours in order to make a little money. They are not making any money. There are a lot of them. But you know, China is very populated. So for them to get the opportunity to come out of the country and to come work for their cousins and stuff like that. And in no time, they can actually own a store for themselves. I mean, that's a big opportunity. And you have to be happy for people like that also, because it is just an opportunity. You're a human being, and if you had given that opportunity, you would have taken it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. If you would given that opportunity, then you would have taken it same way. So as I say again, you cannot bash the Chinese. I will never bash the Chinese. You get what I'm saying? I don't trust them, but I'm not gonna bash them. Yeah, I don't trust them because I don't like them dealing with my food. No, I'm not into that, so I'm not trust them. Healthcare suffering, teachers suffering, nurse suffering, police are suffer too. Police are suffer too. The police I negotiate for 2.5% raise and them pay. When government raise them pay 300%. 300%. And police are negotiate with police to give them 2.5% raise. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it is crazy. When I look the other day and I see that store and I'm looking and I'm like coming out and I'm saying, a lot of these ladies, men, but more ladies that are actually selling near this Chinese store, a lot of them, I mean, the Chinese are already fully staffed. You know, so a lot of them, I don't know what they're going to do because they have to survive still. Whatever they're selling, the Chinese are opening more stores and you cannot compete. How can you compete with someone that you're buying from? If you're buying something from me for $5, I'm selling you for $5 and you are going to sell it back for $7 or $7.50. And I can sell it back same way for $5. You know? I mean, God bless you for you to go and sell it for $7.50 right at my doorstep or my store step. You know, how much are you going to sell in order to make a living from that? So a lot of these ladies, they're going to be out of business. The more stores open and wholesales is the less and less opportunity for them to earn a proper living. You get what I'm saying? Less and less opportunity for them to earn a proper living. Yeah. So when I look into it, I'm saying this is like slavery same way. So are we really emancipated? This is like when the slaves were slavery was abolished, but yes, still the slaves, our ancestors had no land. They are used to farming, so they were emancipated, they were liberated, they got their freedom, but they had no land. So, you know, no opportunity, but you are free. So what's the sense? It's just like you're saying I am free, but you definitely want me to come back and work for you. You get what I'm saying? And I'm saying in this time, I've come to realize that our own people of our own skin color are actually doing worse to us than what the Europeans actually did to us. Emancipated, wow, this is a curse word because I don't understand the meaning. Independent, that's not happened yet. Okay, exactly. Yeah, it's not, it not happened as yet, for true. And people continue to say, I compare. People used to say, I compare. When I was in Cayman, and I always compare Cayman. When I was in Cayman, people used to say, I love to compare because I'm always comparing Jamaica to Cayman. Jamaica used to govern Cayman. They were on a one government. Same governor of Jamaica used to govern Cayman. You get what I'm saying? I think at one point they said Cayman was spending Jamaican dollars. Like, so please, I mean, if I stand to be corrected, you get what I'm saying? I stand to be corrected. But Cayman Are you gonna say, well, Cayman is under the British rule? Cayman is under the British rule, but I mean, is Cayman not supporting itself? Because does it mean that Britain is, I mean, literally financing everything in Cayman? Is Cayman not financing itself, taking care of itself? You get what I'm saying? Is Cayman not financing itself? In Cayman Island, as in Jamaica, in Cayman, I will not get a job in Cayman if a Caymanian is there that is qualified for that job. A lot of Jamaicans used to be upset about it. But when I look into it, I was never upset because I understand the government of a country is supposed to be looking out for their country. Uncle Donald said, make America great again. Look out for your people, look out for your country. Make America great again. So West Kingston said, black people need to stop walla in self-pity. Well, those who are walla in self-pity need to stop, yes, if they are walla in self-pity. And you are not independent. I am independent, of course. I don't depend on no government or nothing. So yes, I am. Independence is a process, bro. Cayman is overseas territory and no comparison. There's a lot of comparison. As I said before, on this show, you are free for your opinion. That is your opinion. Just agree to disagree. That is not my opinion. That is your opinion. Yeah. So that's your opinion. Yeah. In Cayman Island, if you got a job is available, an employer has a job that is available. You know what you got to do? You have to advertise that job. And if no Caymanian, not just Caymanian, but paper Caymanian too, persons that are there that have gone through the process of having residency or rights to work. If they are there and they are not qualified for the job, then someone else can, someone on a work permit can get the job. You get what I'm saying? So is the government looking out for its people? Not gonna just bring people and put into job and then Caymanians are out of a job. No. You get what I'm saying? Caymanians also can start a business very easily. You get what I'm saying? They can start a business. There are a lot of opportunity for them. There is a lot of opportunity for them. A whole lot of opportunity. But when Jamaica send back Asians, we are the one who burn out the PM. Not we. Not we. You get what I'm saying? Not we. And listen, when you talk about PM or MP, I don't give a shit about PM or MP. When I talk, I don't talk with no political bias. No political bullshit, BS. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't talk with no political BS. Because I'm not into that. Me no bias. Me no know if to be biased when I'm talking. Yeah. So if you're gonna say send back Asians and whatever, you know? Because saying send back Asians, I mean, that's another story. Trust me. That's another story. Yeah. Authorities, okay. Yeah, that's a better word. Authorities, not PM. Because I don't give a shit about PM or MP or none of them. Because they don't give a shit about us. Yeah. Yeah, but in Cayman Islands, as I said before, Caymanians, when the youths them leave school, when the youths leave school, you think you can just say they don't have experience and all of that, and that's it. In Jamaica, kids leave school, high school, and have a lot of subject and all of that, and they can't get jobs. You know why? They don't have any experience. Oh, on earth, I'm gonna be coming from high school, and where can I get experience? If you don't give me experience, you gotta give me experience. I've seen in Cayman that people train I've seen if a girl working somewhere and she end up training a Caymanian only to lose her job. You get what I'm saying? And you have to understand, that might sound tough, but you have to understand. They are trained, taught on the job, and then get the job. Me not have no problem with that. If I have problem that, I would be so freaking biased. Say, okay, that's no. You get what I'm saying? That's your people. You should look out for them first. I don't believe in being biased. Look out for the people first. How on earth can you have Jamaicans and Jamaicans here don't have the opportunity as foreigners coming here? And you have a lot of Jamaicans, they are the ones, they are freaking slaves. Oh, slaves. Big up yourself, Alan. They are freaking all slaves. Oh, you're outside. Come on, big up yourself. They are all slaves. It is the same thing. Yeah. It is the same thing that used to happen in slavery, where the old slave believe that is better than the field slave. It's the same mentality. And as Brain said the other day, the white man is no longer the one with the whip. It is the old one, black people. The white man just sit back and watch. The black man whipping the black man. If you all know what you should know, trust me. But they say, if all the truth should be revealed, there will be no peace. There will be no peace. Bless up everyone. Yeah, man. Bless up Alan. Yeah. There will be no peace. So there can be a lot of comparing. There can be a lot of comparing. And people are always going to say, because, for example, if Jamaica gained their independence from Britain, Cayman did not gain their independence from Britain. When you look into it, you have to wonder, was that a significant, I'm just saying, and I'm not saying they shouldn't, I'm just saying, was it a significant move by the then, cousins that formed the two parties to say then they are going to seek independence for Jamaica? Was it a smart move? Was that a smart move? Because if we are not, if a country is, if slavery was abolished, because, there was no slave in Cayman after that, right? In that time, as I say. So there was no slave in Jamaica. So Jamaica become independent did not mean that we were thus independent from Britain and not having any slave. It's just that we were being independent, not being dependent upon Britain. So was that a smart move, or was it a move because people needed power? They needed to run a country. Was that? You get what I'm saying? Was it a smart move? Was it? And I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying, what was the significance of Jamaica? Yeah, gaining independence and being emancipated from Britain. If the truth be told, it might bring many pieces. Oh, Miss Wally. Me understand you're pissed off with Jamaica, but no, I'm not pissed off with Jamaica. So don't stick up in right there. I am not pissed off with Jamaica. Jamaica is my country. I'm not pissed off with Jamaica. Jamaica of its soul cannot do me nothing. Jamaica is the land. But look at it this way. Nothing happens overnight. We must acknowledge every improvement Jamaica made. The problem with Jamaican is that we look what? We look things to complain about. We still haven't acknowledged the decrease in crime. Bro, please don't talk about crime, because crime is orchestrated. Don't talk about crime. Because Father God showed me already all about crime. Father God showed me that. Clean. So don't even talk about crime. Don't talk about crime. Nothing Father God, show me that there is nothing that seems the way it is. It is not the way it seems to be. It's not. So don't even talk about crime. And you say, overnight, nothing happened overnight. It's not overnight. It's been years now. Years. So I grew up in a country. In the country part of the country. And I grew up in a country part of the country. And I have never had water in bathroom. And that has been years now. Till my little sister grew up and have kids. My nephews that I raise as babies come up now and have kids and I can be a granduncle. Not just an uncle, but a granduncle. And they have never seen water in their house. And you're telling me that it takes, nothing happens overnight. Bro, when you're talking with some form of political bias. Things to complain about, we still haven't acknowledged the decrease in crime. The decrease in crime. Who caused crime? Who control the dots? But we, Lord, 80 for their independence. I mean, don't even talk about 80 either. Because as I said, nothing is as it seems. Guns don't make in 80. Does 80 have a gun factory? Think about these things. 80 have a gun factory? Things that you see are orchestrated. To divide and rule is their only plan. Where's Kingston Love? We are reasoning logically or sentimentally. Well, whichever you want to put it, bro. But I'm just saying, when we talk about crimes and 80 and, oh, yeah, 80 fight. And that is the reason why 80, trust me, 80 have history. 80 have history. And nothing about it is a mystery. It is plain. Down to Ray Charles can see it. Literally, yes. Down to Niger boy can see it too. And they are blind people. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, you're too slow if you know. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, you're too slow if you know. That's just how it is. Nothing is as how it seems. Yeah. So when you say things take time, what take time, bro? Boy. So what I'm saying, what was the sense of Jamaica getting independence from England, from Britain? Was it a sensible move? You get what I'm saying? Because Cayman is not a country of white people. You have people there of all nationality, all different race. Even though in this world we have one race, which is the human race, but people call it race, so does say race then. People are from all different walks of life in Cayman, all over, as far as Russia, any part of Africa. You meet people from everywhere. But I'm just saying, but majority of Caymanians, I can't say that. Majority of Caymanians actually came from Jamaica. A lot of these red Caymans that I see, Caymanians that I see, their people actually come from St. Elizabeth. That's why a lot of them so red. St. Elizabeth. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people migrated to Cayman. A lot of Jamaicans, businessmen, some white, some black. I've met a lot of them. They migrated to Cayman. You get what I'm saying? So, what was the significance of Jamaica gaining independence from Britain? Was it a good choice? Yes, we see it. We see that they invaded Dominican Republic and they tried to erase it from history. Bro, as I say, if the truth should be told, there will be no peace. But in this time, we're living in a time where it's a time of revelation. Revelation. Things are being revealed right in front of our eyes. You don't have to be smart to see it. You can be stupid as I am and see it. You can be as foolish as I am and you see it. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to have common sense, which is, I only have common sense. Yeah, but it's crazy. But Jamaica is a wonderful country. I love Jamaica. People love Jamaica. When I meet people and they talk about Jamaica, even online. But does that make it that because those people persons are just coming here, for a period of time, and if they are coming here, they have money. Some of them come to Jamaica to live, but they have money. They are making foreign currency to live in Jamaica. They are not making us have to be hustling and living 9 to 5. So they have already come with opportunity, come with collaterals, and things. So if they even start a business, they're not coming to start from scratch. So it's far more better for them. Yeah. Jamaica is the land of my birth. I love Jamaica. Yeah. And even in the case where I see Jamaicans are called squatters. For example, if I have my land and then the land that I have my title feet and all of that, then persons would go on it and then want to take it over. That's a different thing. But if you have land that is not owned by anyone and persons have been living there for years because they have no alternative, they don't have no land. Why go and bulldoze down their house and all of that? Why not make it legal so they can get documents for it? And if you want that land, don't bulldoze it either. Why not compensate them for all of that? What is that? Them need to clean up our main towns. No, you're talking. No, you are talking, bro. Look at our main towns. Look at Montego Bay. Montego Bay is sometimes, I don't want to say too loud, the tourist capital of Jamaica. The tourist capital of Jamaica. And when I walk daily in the tourist capital of Jamaica, I see, especially even on St. James Street, I see the higglers have to put cardboards and sometimes piece of boards over the manual in order for them not to fall in it. You get what I'm saying? But I tell you this, if a tourist should ever walk on one of these streets and they would fell in one of these manuals, guess what? All of them would be repaired because, trust me, that would be a big lawsuit also for the government, whichever government rule, and it would also be bad publicity for Jamaica. So if a tourist should fall in, many times I've heard Jamaicans fall in manual. I've seen Jamaican falls in manual. Yeah, literally. So yeah, the street need to fix up. I mean, the sidewalks need to fix up. And don't think that Jamaica don't have the money to do it. The money is there to do it. The money is there to do it. Our main town look very nasty. Yeah, our main towns. Spanish Town. Places still in Kingston. Even in New Kingston, Half Tree. Yeah, today I saw a video of downtown and I was so embarrassed. And guess what? You know the thing is, when even YouTubers come to Jamaica, a lot of them with millions. That's what the government should worry about too and think about. When those YouTubers come with millions of followers, you know where they go? A lot of them, they don't go for the tourist resort areas either. They go for Kingston and in the ghettos. You get what I'm saying? And I mean, even though it's Kingston and it's downtown, it could look far better than the way it is. That's what they go for. The chaotic streets and all of that. But as I say, Jamaicans are just hustlers and everyone is just have to make a living. So I am not going to bash people who sell on the road either because they don't have much choice. I used to sell on the road too. So is that an excuse because you sell on the road too? No. So I understand. I fully understand. Yeah. Thank you. The money is there. The people just okay. You know you're talking. The people just okay with it. So guess what? No, it's like pigs in a pen, you know. Pigs are just pigs. Not I'm calling my own people pigs, you know, but I mean they are used to that muddy water and all of that. It's nothing new to them. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But sheeps now, if you put sheeps in a pen, we must think of ourselves as sheeps. The sheeps will not feel comfortable because sheeps don't belong in pig pen. You get what I'm saying? So think of ourselves not as pigs, but as, and we are treated as pigs. But in fact, well, we are like sheep, but we should be led by the Lord, not by people. Well, some of us are being led like sheep, to tell the truth still. Because some of these people are no shepherds. Trust me, they are wolves. And if you, I mean, is a good shepherd will take care of his sheep, but a lot of these people, they are actually wolves. You know, you're looking like shepherd, but they're actually wolves. Yeah. But a lot of this street can actually look better. It can look better. And it's not that we don't have the money, we have the money. We need order. Yes, we need order. I think we understand too much. Yeah, we need order. We need harder for true. Because it cannot stay that way. And as I say again, when I go to Cayman Island and I look, they have yard sale. People sell stuff at their house. When they have yard sale, they have too much of this. They pack up some and sell it. You get what I'm saying? But then, people don't sell on the street like that. They have their fish fry and all of that. Same Jamaicans in the street that you see, actually, litter the streets in Jamaica. When they go to Cayman, they don't do it. When they go elsewhere, they don't do it. They keep the place clean. Yeah. But the streets are not filled with people selling. Because people have opportunity, people have jobs. You wonder, they have stores and all of that, and then people have jobs. You don't see people walking around not working and people don't have any work. Could it be that? But I mean, is it possible for all Jamaicans to be working, to be employed? Of course it is possible. Because you want to tell me that's what I'm saying. Is it that our leaders are not educated enough to manage a country? Do they not understand how to manage a country? I don't think so. I do think that they do. I do think that they do. And if they don't, it's just a few. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it has become where Jamaica is a hustling country. Hustling is all about hustling. Every day that I go on the road, I see more people selling. Because as soon as someone not working, they have youths leaving school and all of that, graduating. And the only thing that they see they can do is get some money. Some of them even borrow loan in order to sell stuff. Because that's the only alternative that they see. That's the only alternative that they see. I think the government need a specific program to deal with the cleaning up of towns. It's a national disgrace. Now you're talking. It's a national disgrace for real. It's a national disgrace. Is it that the government don't care? I'm just asking. I'm not implying. That's just a question. Do we think that the government don't care about we around here? What are your thoughts? Because, as I say, you need a special program. The other day, when Speed was coming to Jamaica, I saw cleaning up of Bedford Street and a couple more street, downtown Kingston. There was a cleaning up, and it looked at the time more organized. Even than now, look more organized then. It looked more organized. There was a cleaning up. There was a cleaning up because Speed was coming to Jamaica. Speed have over 50 million subscribers. When Speed go on stream, at some point, he gets more than 1 million people even watching at one time. That's crazy. He was coming to Jamaica. And I was wondering, why? I mean, there's a good in I didn't see, but then I realized, oh, because Speed was coming. So they were cleaning up the street. And whenever time people come to Jamaica, they want to go to Kingston. It's not about the tourist resort area. They want to experience Jamaica, experience life in the street with the locals. So you should keep the town areas clean, not just the tourist areas. If you walk anywhere in Jamaica, a lot of places, garbage don't even take up for weeks or months. But in some areas, garbage is. I'm wondering, does water go away in Beverly Hills during these and Cherry Gardens? I'm just asking, I don't know. In these times, you know? So it can be better. Jamaica can be better. And sometimes, as I say, I have to think again, was it a good decision? Was it a good choice for Jamaica to gain so-called knockoff independence? Because it's like the independence that Jamaica have is like it was made in China. It's not original. The independence that Jamaica gained and being emancipated is like the knockoff one. And you know, China actually make authentic things too. But it's like, you know, a knockoff independence. So we shouldn't even spell it the way it's spelled. You get what I'm saying? So I'm wondering if the independence that we actually gave this actually was made in, in some factory in China. Because the independent that does not independent in. We're just not independent in. And yes, as I tell you, I'm not as bright as you guys, so I use words however I want to use it. There is no law against that. But Kington said, I know you don't like the political qualifier, but I'm telling you that PNP mayor is deliberately keeping the place dirty to sabotage government MPs. To sabotage government MPs, get the money. And what if I tell you this? You're saying that, yeah, I'm not political. Have I never voted before? Yes, I've voted before, but when it comes on to politics, I can be so neutral, so very neutral, and don't think of no party. So you say, I'm not political for true. But if you say the PNP mayor, I don't even know who the PNP mayor is. If it's a is he or is a she, I have no idea. As I stand here before you, watching, I have no idea who is even the PNP mayor. They said the PNP mayor deliberately keeping the place dirty to sabotage government MPs getting the money. And guess what now? And even if that person is doing that, if that person is doing that, then does that person have the right by his or herself to do that? Or that one person so big and powerful to do that? Or that person so big and powerful to do that? They can just do that by himself, so, or herself? Yeah. So if that person is actually doing that, that person doesn't run Jamaica. That person is not King Jong-ping of North Korea. You get what I'm saying? That, I mean, everyone got to look up to he or she. So if that's the case, then I need to change that. Then something definitely can be done about that. So that even shouldn't be an excuse. They are all big people. And if they are governing Jamaica, it's not about an individual and how an individual feel, it should be about Jamaica and Jamaicans. Because that is the thing where I don't like about politics, because this community is under this political leadership and this political party is the one ruling, then they don't fix stuff that's happening in that community because they're not affiliated with that political party. And I'm wondering, isn't that Jamaica same way? So that not making that's the thing where I hate about politics. You get what I'm saying? And again, I have to say it again, when you come on to Cayman, I don't see stuff like that. I see even in Cayman where you have opposition party and ruling party, and and you have independent candidates, and they will actually have an election, and guess what? The independent candidates will actually come together with other members of different parties and form the government. You will not see that in Jamaica. If you are green, you are green. If you are orange, you are orange. It's not about Jamaica. It's about green and orange. You get what I'm saying? When Uncle Donald was running for election, he said, let's America be, great again. He never said, let this party, because you are supporting me, I'm gonna respond to you and gonna care for you more. No, he said, America is there for the American people. You get what I'm saying? So why Jamaica now, as long as they're not affiliated with the party, you don't busy with that community or that community because you're not representing them and it's not their party in power. So they should suffer. Because as far as they're concerned, that is not a part of Jamaica. That shit need to stop. And stupid ass Jamaicans, I tell you. Notice he become mayor. We have issue with garage after garbage. I guess a garbage I was saying. Garbage after carnival. And again, I have no idea. Yeah, I'm saying I have no idea. Who the mayor or mayor or who is. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm just saying we are Jamaicans, and if you are in governance, you're in governance, you are there to represent the people. So whether I voted for you or not, I am a Jamaican and I'm living in Jamaica. You get what I'm saying? That is the reason why, I don't believe that you should have countries where, there's dictatorship. You get what I'm saying? Because it can be chaotic in that sense. Because if you have two political parties and it's like that, just imagine one party have opportunity of ruling. It's all about people who have power. People who want power. It's about power. Whosoever is in power control the bag with the money. But American tribal also, Democrats don't like Republicans. Well, that's the thing with the people. That's the thing with people also. A lot of times, these people of itself, and as I say, again, people hate on each other. But guess what? Those politicians, you see them eating and having drinks together. You get what I'm saying? But people are fighting each other. What sense that make? To divide and rule is their only plan. You know what I'm saying? For years, Jamaicans used to war each other because you are green and I am orange. And I'm like, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. As Marcus Garvey said, none but ourselves can free our minds because they are not going to free our minds. We have to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. Only we can emancipate ourselves. Yeah. Only we can emancipate ourselves. And that is the reason why, even in Jamaica, I don't know, I don't remember the percentage, but I know that majority of Jamaicans are actually illiterate. Are you serious? Yeah. Because, a matter of fact, you don't see people who have money, rich people, fighting because of political affiliation. People with money don't fight because of political affiliation. Andre Swaby. Okay, okay. Well, I tell the truth, I didn't even know. The only vlogger who knows how to shell down the place, maximum respect in every aspect. Big up yourself, Uncle Donald. Enough love and respect. Hope you're getting better now. Yeah, Uncle Donald in the hospital. Hope you get better now, Uncle Donald. Yeah. Well, I don't know. As I say, I don't know the guy. May I say, I don't know the guy. Yeah. But I see the name, I know. It must be a man. But I don't know the guy. You get what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, it's time that we as Jamaicans and political parties love Jamaica and stop being fighting over power and all of that bullshit. You know? It's crazy. It's crazy. And then, I mean, in situations like these, I think, no, I don't think, I know that no one have people allow people to do what they want to do because they want to do. Because I cannot get up and do certain things and not expect to face consequence. I cannot get up and do as I please in this country and not expect to face consequence. You get what I'm saying? I cannot get up and do unlawful things in this country. So no one should get up and do unlawful things in this country and expect not to face the full force of the law as long as you're doing unlawful things. You know? Yeah. It's crazy. Well, at least that is just your opinion. That is opinion. As I say, on this channel, you're free to express your opinion, and people's opinion are not my opinion. My subscribers' views are not my views, so don't get it confused. It is just their views. You get what I'm saying? Yes. So this is a channel where you are free to express yourself respectfully. No love and respect, people. Yeah. So Uncle Dana say, politicians only believe in tribal war. And as I said, that it doesn't have to be like that, you know. But I think Jamaican politics of itself, that was the beginning of it. That's how it started. That is how it has always been. But that doesn't mean that because it have always been that way, it have to stay that way. And that is why I say we need some new breed politicians. Because these politicians were brought up by the old politicians. So all of them corrupt. They are so corrupt, so very corrupt. Yeah. They are so corrupt. It's like a kid grew up seeing his mother and his father as a pickpocket. So he think that the way to life is to pick pockets. It's in his gene, it's in his DNA. Yeah. He got the money to fix Spanish Town Road and the Prime Minister had to go back and do it. Well, as I say, I don't know nothing about them, nor the Prime Minister or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. I have nothing but Jamaica is Jamaica and Jamaica need to sort out. And you know the thing is, too, that's why I say, even with the Chinese, and I say I will not bash the Chinese because, as I said, they're just doing business. But I realize the Chinese fix the highways. The Chinese fix the highways. And I don't see the Chinese fixing the highways every time the rain fall. I repeat, we had floods and all of that. And I don't see the Chinese going to repair the roads and the highway every time the rain fall. But all the roads, majority of the roads in Jamaica, whenever time we have a rainfall, or a little flood, the road mash up. So, you get what I'm saying? So why not give all the roads to the Chinese then? Why not? Why give it to your friends? Give the roads to the Chinese then. Let's say, yes, the Chinese are doing something in Jamaica. Yeah, give all the roads to the Chinese. Yeah, not just the toll road where they can make money from it. Because Jamaica not going to make money from the toll road for now. So give all the roads to the Chinese. Don't give no Jamaica no road. Because the roads are not being fixed properly. As the road fix, they mash up. Because it is Bay Mall. So as the rain fall, they mash up. I never seen no roads like this in the world. Whereas as the rain fall, you hear the rain fall, so the road they mash up. Because a lot of mall and a little aisles provide and a little layer of tar and asphalt, and that's it. And the road, it looks so pretty, so beautiful. But as we have a little rain, it mash up. Yeah. Yeah, so give all the road to the Chinese then. Give all of them. We have to have balance. Yes, we want change, but we can't ignore positive movement. Jamaica act like everything in Jamaica is all bad. No, not all things in Jamaica is bad, but as I say, we all know why majority of things in Jamaica bad. We all know why majority of things in Jamaica bad. The things that are bad in Jamaica, the major things in Jamaica that are bad, what's the root cause of it? Let me hear your guys' opinion. What is the root cause of the major things that are bad in Jamaica? Because people love Jamaica. I love Jamaica. But what are the major roots of the things that are bad in Jamaica? You know? What is the worm, the Congo worm, that is actually eating out the flesh of Jamaica? Are the Congo worms? What is the root of it? Where is it from? Fire all new politicians, they all about the money. They go in with empty pocket and leave with big money. Never change are happening. You just stuck on negativity. That's as we is so. Nothing change are happening. You just stuck on negativity. No, I'm not stuck on negativity, you know. But the thing is, as I said before, if you realize whatever negative is happening, what is the root cause of it? As I said, I love Jamaica, and people say, you know, when people say, even for example, me, I stuck on negativity, it's because other persons don't talk about it, because people don't want to talk about it. Do you know what I go through by just talking about shit like this on my channel? If you have a clue, do you know that I get less views for talking about shit like this? Did you know that? West Kingston, do you know that I get less views on my channel? Look at my channel and look at my subscription and look at my channel, look at my views, and you will see. This is why a lot of persons in Jamaica, a lot of YouTubers, they don't talk about certain things. It don't bother them. They are not Jamaican, but all of us cannot be the same thing. It's not about views, just views and likes either. You get what I'm saying? But I go through a lot because I talk about things like this on my channel. There are people that don't like it. What kind of people? What kind of people you think don't like it? That can affect my channel. Certainly not YouTube. YouTube don't have a problem with my channel because I am not violating any of YouTube policies. I am not violating none of YouTube policies. When I upload my videos, YouTube scan everything before I make it public. And I watch and wait to see. How can the damn government do anything when there is an opposition there to sabotage, get out on the feelings and look at facts? All of you acting like we haven't seen a glimmer of change. Bro, I don't know where you're living. But it seems like you living under a rock, because it's either you're playing hypocrite or you don't see what's happening. And I realized that because I've seen youths that I know that are should be very smart, so-called Christians, that when they talk and their views that they talk, and I'm like, God don't show them anything at all. You get what I'm saying? God shows things in different ways, a lot of different ways. We can see when people come on social media and on television and all of that, and they speak and they make big speeches. I'm looking at them and I'm saying, oh my God, look at that liar. He's just looking at people and lying to them, pretending to be a savior when he's a freaking devil. You get what I'm saying? They are just pretending to be savior when they are the freaking devil. The amount of atrocities they have committed. The amount of atrocities they have committed. I tell you. So when you talk, bro, you see that you're living under a rock? I mean, not living, maybe the rock is even on top of you. Why you're not seeing? You get what I'm saying? Politician is the root. So see, Uncle Donald said, politician is the root of all evil in Jamaica. Politician is the root of all evil in Jamaica. The root of all evil in Jamaica. They are the root of all evil in Jamaica. Yeah. Just imagine that. They are the root of all evil in Jamaica, as Uncle Donald says. Politicians are human beings. Let's have a real conversation. We all heard the voice notes. We all see that the money is still there. A corrupt government would have spent the money. And bro, let me tell you this. What I have noticed, with all voice note and every other distraction, how is that helping the people? As I tell you now, you are speaking from being affiliated with certain party, political party. You are speaking based on you being affiliated with a political party. A matter of fact, the only prime minister me rate in Jamaica are the Bruce Golding. You get me I say? My hat's off to Bruce Golding. I've only heard of Mike and Manley. Well, I've never really, not really into woman leadership, so I wasn't into Portia, even though the first woman prime minister, but me hear about Michael Manley, respect to him too. God bless his soul and all of that. But Bruce Golding, I grew up see, and trust me, and I respected him. Yes. But I speak with no affiliation to no political party. None. You get what I'm saying? Have I never voted? Of course, it is important to vote also. But when you go vote and you don't have, I mean, no better end, no better barrel, what are you gonna do? So, I mean, if you're gonna talk, you can talk. And if you are like that and you say things based on being affiliated, you're gonna speak based on being affiliated with a political party, I mean, we're not gonna have a good conversation. We cannot have a good conversation because you are talking because you are affiliated with a certain party. I'm not affiliated with no party. When you have your friend, your good friend, or your so-called good friend, when you have your so-called good friend, I've had good friends. And I mean, when they do wrong, I can talk to them. If I have friends or family member, I've been with, even in relationship, and female tell me that I wasn't on their side because of how I speak. I cannot speak. I speak with no water in my mouth. I don't speak bias. My name, my mommy give me is Dan, and Dan mean judge of God. No bias. I can't be biased. I don't know how to be biased. Born biasness. So I can't be biased. Okay. So Uncle Dan say, hey, where's Kingston? How much money did Bobo Wellness give you to come and think platform to talk? Free. All right, Uncle Dan. Calm down, Uncle Dan. Calm down, Uncle Dan. Calm down. Yeah. No, but as I said, I am not affiliated with no political party. So you never, I go say, say, a lot of persons have platform, and once you go on a platform, you see them put up or whatever, and even based on how they talk, you can tell which political party they are affiliated with. And that's the reason, you see, in this time, a lot of Jamaicans, they are easy to buy out also. Jamaicans are some sort of people with licky. A lot of Jamaicans, you still have Jamaicans where you can't buy out, But you have a lot of Jamaicans, they are easy to buy out. You can give them some money and you can do shit. You get what I'm saying? They will see you shitting in your neighbor's yard and they laugh and say, yeah, man, that's the best place to shit. Even though you have a toilet and they see you shitting in a neighbor's yard, which is they know that is not right, it is not lawful, they will tell you, yes, that's the best place to shit. Only because you can give them some money. You get what I'm saying? A lot of Jamaicans are like that. I'm not like that. I'm going to tell you that, listen, you shouldn't shit at your neighbor. Yeah, that is so wrong. I'm going to be so upset with you. I'm going to tell you that is wrong. That couldn't be wronger. But people know who you can give money. You get what I'm saying? They will say, yes, that's the best place to shit. But Uncle Daniel never said it better. Instead, politicians is the root of all evil in Jamaica. Everything comes from that. It's like a chain reaction. Everything comes from that. Every frigging thing. The people of Jamaica need to realize their power and stop being so easily realized to accept failures and right of Jamaica. Our crime rate has cut by 35%. So guess what now? I'm gonna speak to you in parable now. And listen. Because when Jesus was on earth, in speaking parables, disciples never understand. Some of them never understand when he speak in parables. So I'm gonna speak to you. Put it this way now. Put it this way. So if so if for example, well, I'm gonna put this now. You have your house. You have your house and you're living beside your neighbor. I'm not doing this for myself, and I'm just talking. You're living beside a neighbor and listening now, it's a parable. So your neighbor I want to put it so you can understand it. I really want to put it so you can understand because I'm really thinking in a minute. I'm really thinking of how to put it because you're saying 35% of reduction in crimes and all of that. But I'm gonna put it plain like this. Then I'm gonna who understand it, understand it. Who don't understand it, don't understand it. I'm gonna say this like this now. First of all, no guns are not made in Jamaica. And majority of these youths in the ghetto, the amount of money for these guns, they can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, sister FNC. So like 247, okay, I'm go. Thank you. Have a wonderful. Yo, big up yourself, sis. Thanks for coming across. And big up all my African family in Malawi. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna put it like this. No youth in the ghetto. A lot of them, they're not earning money to be owning these expensive submachine guns and all of that. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is too, as I'm saying, I'm gonna say it plain. The thing is too, it's like this. If I send you to go thief, or if I have you as my right hand man, but if I have you as my right hand man and then you have some little man around you, so when you have some little man around you, and I am your boss, but you have some little man around you, and you send him to go thief. So if I say no, I ask you, who went and broke Miss John shop? You are my right hand man. You're gonna tell me who did it, even though, you get what I'm saying? So when I said I'm telling that I'm gonna investigate, I don't need to investigate. You already tell me and I already know. So I mean, what does it say? I mean, forget that if I say it too fast, but it's just as plain as that. Get what I'm saying? It is just as plain as that. I don't know if I get it what I'm saying, but sometimes I talk a little bit fast, but definitely, yeah, I expect it. I don't expect if you understand. And then I say I'm a passionate person, bit not emotionally. Who is that again? Okay. But then I say, imagine this creep of PM is telling us that I live in the US, and he is saying when I come to Jamaica, I can only bring $900. And even that, people were saying something about that, but that is not wrong, but it's actually correct anyhow. Because overall, you can bring up to 10,000 US dollars without declaring it. But in Jamaica, it is also different. If they do owe you, then you have to give account of where. So you can definitely, so what the Uncle Donald is saying is actually right. It's not a rumor. Confidence is what drives growth in any country. Confidence is what drives growth in any country, no matter what government does. Jamaica need to feel a sense of confidence to growth. Bro, confidence. Confidence. you ever drive to the garage yet? And you see the garage muddy. The reason why the garage is muddy is not because the people are on a flat bridge throw mud in it. It's because the rain is falling all the way in St. Mary. When you're driving through the gorge and you see the gorge is muddy, in the river there, it's muddy, it's not because the people that live in the gorge chose mud in the river. It is only because the rain is falling. Rain is not falling in the gorge, you know, but it's falling all the way in St. Mary. Yeah. So you believe that the PM do that is nothing to do with the scamming culture. You people are evil. Scamming culture. And it's only right for some people. I don't support scamming, no time at all. I don't support it. Yeah, I'm living in Montego Bay. And I mean, Montego Bay is the capital of scamming. Yeah, I mean, you hear youth and all of that all the time. People do them thing to each his own, but I'm not gonna do it. You get what I'm saying? My hands are clean, my heart is pure. I don't want people high water. I don't want people high water on me. I know that. But when you come on to stuff like that, a lot of Jamaicans do that. People in jacket and tie, not just the youths. And again, if you know how it goes, you wouldn't even say that. You get what I'm saying? You see, what I've learned. What I've learned is this, you know. What I've learned, especially in Jamaica, is this: that not everything is as it seems. It's never as simple as it looks. It is simple enough for you to understand, but it is never as it look when you look on it. When you're on the outside looking in. Because sometimes some people know what's going on, but they just try to make it look like they don't know. So I don't know if West Kingston don't know, or I'm not know, or he or she know. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. If you know or you don't know. Mindset create realities, Jamaica. Mindset. Most of the leaders are only interested in getting them pocket fat. The people of Jamaica means nothing to them. And that is straight up. And these are people that live in Jamaica. People, live, and people that are not living in Jamaica. Haven't been living in Jamaica for years. Uncle Donald live in Jamaica for years. Years. You come to Jamaica when Uncle Donald last year? It was last year, September or something, right? Yeah. So these are people. John live in Jamaica either. These are people that are not living in Jamaica. But they have people in Jamaica. So they know people who are living on the ground. How the hell is you gonna have confidence under this regime? Regime. So Uncle Donald actually use the word. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah. Yeah. Uncle Donald, you use the word regime. Because you talk about regime, Uncle Donald, you're talking about a place like North Korea. King Jong Ping. Same name? Yeah. Can a country grow with a bunch of naysayers, a country full of bunch of people who want instant gratification, and because it won't come soon, you're all in your feelings about resentful to JA. Resentful. What you're saying here, I mean, it sounds good. But I've learned in life, not everything that is sound good is actually really good or true. How can a people with a bunch of naysayers? And when you say naysayers, what do you mean? Explain that to me. Can you really elaborate? Because even though you see I'm here, I'm not an intelligent guy. I'm not dunce, because I'm not going to adapt that dunce culture, but I'm not very intelligent. Yes. When earlier on in my early years, I used to smoke a lot of weed. So I'm not so bright. Because they say youths that smoke weed are not so intelligent and all of that, So I used to smoke a lot of weed. So I'm not so intelligent. So can you please break that down for me? So a small-minded person like me, a narrow-minded person like me can understand. When you say a bunch of naysayers, a people who want instant gratification, and I mean, yeah, I know, understand. You see, when you're talking to people, and that's why I always tell people that I'm not intelligent. So you have to break it down. No, you make it look like you're some pastor that studied theology and psychology, and when they go to church, they use some big word that people don't even know. People will clap in and say, hey, but they have no understanding what they're saying. So that is like, I feel like that now. I don't understand what you say, that when you're using big word, naysayers and all of that. Because, I mean, it's a new word to me, naysayer. Yeah. And what? Gratification. Yeah. So it's spelled Grafication. No one know another new word. Break it down for me, because I don't get that. Yeah. But as I say, with me on this platform, we are going to agree to disagree. I'm not that kind of guy that if you don't agree with me, because you don't share your same opinion, I'm going to block you or delete what you're saying. No, I'm not like that. And I cannot be like that. That is not free speech. People say free speech, but if you don't say what they're saying, argue what they agree with, no. You get what I'm saying? What did I say again? When we're talking about topics like these and you say, and you're going to be, you say you're emotional and all that and thing, and, are passionate, you say you're passionate and all that, but at the same time, you're speaking with some form of political alignment. You are aligned to certain political party. When you cannot put that aside, it is hard for us to have a good conversation, to reason together. Oh boy, yeah. West Kingston, I am from Maypen, JLP supporter, but this bitch is running the country like Hitler. So you see what this brother say? So I didn't even know that. Uncle Alan says from Maypen. And yes, majority of Maypen and yes, and Rocky Point and stuff, they actually GLP areas. Because there are a lot of Golding and all of that down there, so for true. No, not yet. So even that time, Bruce Golding time, yes, Uncle Bruce. Yes, yes. That's true, Uncle. That's true, Uncle Donald. I forgot. I didn't remember that. Yeah, big up Uncle Bruce again too. Yeah. I haven't heard from him in a while. But big up yourself, Uncle Bruce. Anyway, you're there. Jamaica are chronic complainers. All they do is do and say, real Jamaican, all they tell you much they follow. Jamaicans hate them, bad mind them. Jamaicans send our nation bill. Okay, okay. And you say, as me say Jamaican this and Jamaican that and Jamaican this. And that not make a lot of sense. Oh, okay, okay. Jamaicans this and Jamaicans that. We're talking about just Jamaicans. So you say, oh, Jamaicans have the what? Jamaican entertainer have the money to live in Jamaica, but they choose South Florida. Jamaicans don't like Jamaica. What Jamaicans like is being associated to popular culture. No, that's foolishness. Bounty killer, big up bounty killer. Poor people, governor. Big up Vibes Cartel. Big up Vibes Cartel. I got prison and doing 15 years. And in live in Florida now. And I mean, him feel much better in Florida. And if I was in his position too, would have left Jamaica. And I said that with no apology. Who left Jamaica? They have their reasons for leaving Jamaica. People leave their country and come to Jamaica too. Does that mean that they don't like their country? Have Americans leave America to come to Jamaica? Does that mean that they hate America? Have people Chinese leave China to come to Jamaica? Does that mean that they hate China? So that not carry a lot of value when you say that. You get what I'm saying? They love popular culture. It can't be nothing to do with culture. It can never be nothing with culture. That's just total BS. Yeah, I'm saying that is total. When you say something like that, that's total BS. So I mean, as I say now, I'm not that educated, but when me hear bullshit, I just know it's bullshit. If Omar was here, he would sneeze. I have a friend here, Omar. Whenever time I would walk in with Omar, and Omar starts sneezing, and I say, Omar, what do you? Somebody talking, and them talk crap. Omar say, I'm allergic to bullshit. Big up yourself, Omar. So, if Omar was here, he would start sneezing once him read something like that. And he'd say, that's allergic to bullshit. Yeah, but other people left them country. Does that mean that a lot of Jamaicans left and never came? Does it mean that they hate Jamaica? No, they just choice. A lot of persons will not make it in Jamaica. They prefer, they're in a mindset they will make it in another country. So Uncle Donald hate Jamaica. People leave Jamaica to better themselves. First of all, Uncle Donald now. Uncle Donald is actually, Uncle Donald, are you in a private hospital in America? I don't know if he's in a private hospital. For example, Uncle Donald did a kidney transplant, a kidney surgery. Nearly 3 years now, Uncle Donald, roughly. That's all. I'm saying less than that. Yeah. And I mean, yes, okay. So I'm just saying, yeah, I'm just saying he's getting proper, better care in America based on, his health. Oh, 2 years, okay. Yes, I'm close. Almost 3 years now. He's getting better health care in America. Better health care in America. So imagine, and I have a female friend in Montego Bay here now. And I mean, she come to spend time with her fiance. And I mean, she would have lived in Jamaica same way. But then, she have a health problem also. So she can't live in Jamaica because she will not get the health care in Jamaica. She would have died. They wouldn't live long enough. So what do they do? So because they leave Jamaica and choose to live where they can get better health care, does that mean it hurt them that they have to leave because they come as often as possible? I know a lot of persons that live overseas and they come to Jamaica as often as possible. They want to come all the time, but they can't. Does that mean that they hate Jamaica? So when you say shit like that, that's just shit. I love Jamaica. Of course, we love Jamaica. A lot of persons leave Jamaica for different reasons. When you say artists, as me say again, Big up Vibes Cartel. Vibes Cartel have his reason. I mean, Sean Paul, Shaggy, Movada, all of them have their reason why they don't live. Look at Movada. Movada work hard for him money. Movada work hard for him money. And a thief in liar, thief in money. You get what I'm saying? Thief in money. You work hard for money, then thief in money. Not to mention, I mean, and big up Usain Bolt. Big up Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt, I respect that, bro. Because the way the way him still there patiently waiting for him money after he represent Jamaica so much. And who did anything about it? You think in no other country an athlete could have represented their country the way Usain Bolt represent this country and lose so much billions of dollars, and much training, hard training. You think training that easy? For so much money, and the government didn't make sure say he get back his money. Are you gonna say, did the government steal the money? No. But I guarantee you this, if it was another country, that athlete would have to get back their money. It wouldn't go like that. They would have gotten back their money already, and crazy amount of persons would have been in prison. Crazy amount of persons would have been in prison. Usain Bolt is just chilling because he loves Jamaica so much. And if Usain Bolt should just go out and open up his mouth, you get what I'm saying? That would also mess up Jamaica. Uncle Dan say, yeah, you're coming. Because if you're about, I don't know, if you get to come again, Uncle Dan, that's the thing too. Exactly. Right about now, I don't know if you get to come to Jamaica. Because it would be soon time for you to come to Jamaica. Healthcare workers suffering, the healthcare is shitty in Jamaica. Exactly. And as I said before, and even West Kingston and Audio Slave. I don't know why you use that name, but you must know why you use it, Audio Slave. Because I don't know why I would add slave to my name. But anyway, look at it, you guys. Boy, I tell you. Yeah. So look at it this way. West Kingston and Audio Slave, look at it this way then. Look at the police in Jamaica. Or the police, the police then. You say the police, West Kingston, you say police them bring down crime and all of that. I mean, because it's not Jamaican criminals are not easy to deal with. And their police then go out there and risk their life and all of that and thing. But are they being compensated well for their work? That they have to be negotiating for 2.5% increase and their pay. Should they be even negotiating? They should get more than what they ask for. Then, you get what I'm saying? Since the police, then you say the police then bring down crime. So no wonder why the police them are so angry, cross, and miserable and go up on the road. And one thing in our country, if the police are underpaid, that's serious problem. Because that turn into corruption, bribery, and every frigging thing because they're already underpaid. That is serious. Yeah, and I repeat it again. A lot of person talk about the bribe police and all of that, and police charge people for bribing. I don't recall, I've been in Cayman and I recall, see, no one say trying to bribe police because police are well paid. I've seen teachers getting almost $4,000 a month for pay. In Jamaica, how much a teacher get? And that's an assistant teacher. That is an assistant teacher. How much a teacher in Jamaica get? How much a teacher a month at Jamaica get? And you ask, well, it's Jamaican money. Yeah, but how much they get? How much they get to live off of? So when you come, don't come based on a political perspective. So when they send you guys, when they send you, whoever send you, because I tell you, a lot of persons, they see things and look on it and just a physical perspective, but I can even see it from a spiritual perspective. You get what I'm saying? Because the God who me serve, he can see behind walls. And him hear all calls. He hear all the calls, messages and calls. The God who me serve, him hear everything. Nothing is hidden from his eyes. Yeah. So, you know, when people come and people talk, I already know their motive and the reason why they say certain things. Yeah. So even when you see people talk, cause you guys talking about vice notes and stuff like that. A lot of these things are actually distraction. I never hear the vice notes, cause once I hear certain things, I'm like, how is this so important? What you guys are to be focusing on, and if they are vice note and their people should say what they shouldn't say. I mean, people are selfish because they should be representing Jamaica and the Jamaican people. When I go to Black River, I still meet people. I met a lady and a gentleman from two separate homes, and they are still living on a taparlin. And we are just coming out of July. Now it's the second day of August, and I'm talking about July. In July, I went to Black River, St. Elizabeth. And this lady friend calling her and telling her that she check how much she check how much applies and stuff like that. And I was saying that to her, you know, and based on we having a conversation, and she was saying her friend is able to start building back for herself, but she's in no position to do that right now. She's still under taparlin. And the other gentleman beside me was saying the same shit. And I walk and I see, sometimes I don't record, you know, put things like I see person live close to the road. Close to the road in their yard. Their house is flat. And they're right there on a taparlin. Just like when you have some mechanic in Jamaica and they just put up a taparlin just to do a little work. And I'm like, you know, really pain my heart. And people are there talking about, are doing vice note and who listening vice note and who did this, who bringing down who and who bringing up who. How does that help the Jamaican people? You know? Emancipating yourself from mental slavery. So it's about Jamaicans. Jamaicans are not people. A lot of Jamaicans, like people in St. Elizabeth, they are hardworking people. A lot of them are hardworking people. And not people them who are looking for handout. But that so-called storm really destroyed Senti real bad. It was devastated, really bad. People and remember they had Hurricane Berlin before and all of that. You know, so they really face it. When I saw the videos of St. Elizabeth, it was like a bomb dropped down there. It was like a bomb. I'm like, is this Jamaica? So when I go and I see what I see, sometimes I don't even want to record how bad it looks, because it really pains my heart. And when we talk to people and people tell me. So, you know, what are you guys talking about? They should be focusing on the people, them. They are focused on themselves. They are focusing on themselves. To be honest, Jamaica is one of the most corrupt places and God heard. And it's so it with no apology. And sorry, Uncle Donald, but I mean, it's not just Jamaica, I said. I said the system overall. The system is very corrupt. Simple as that. And I said, I heard a white guy saying that from England, and I'm glad people was commenting the same thing, that they're glad that he actually been saying that. So if people don't want to, if people just want to say Jamaica is not corrupt, the system is not corrupt, the system is so corrupt, we have never seen a corrupt. We have never seen Jamaica this corrupt. We have never seen a country this corrupt before in our entire life. We have never seen it before. We have never seen this in nowhere in the world. It is so corrupt. People coming out and saying shit and talking about misinformation. And they're talking about misinformation. You're talking about misinformation and charging people for misinformation when you have ministers in the same political party coming out and saying they're all saying different things. So isn't that that is Mr. Information. When people say stuff, it is misinformation, but when political representative come out and they all say different things, telling the people different things, as if they don't sit together and talk first. When they say different, what is that called? Mr. Information. Okay. So you're right, Uncle Donald. Call a spade a spade. The hurricane money to fly under the ocean. Call a spade a spade. It is what it is. That's a lie. No metric support that. well, show us one other country in the Caribbean that is a corporate Jamaica is. Show us one. You need to go back to Black River Fire. Trust me, I don't want to. Because, I mean, I don't like them sad story there. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You see, when I went back, what I actually did, I went back to I mean, go on the safari travel thing there. That's why I went back to do. Because I've never been to see some crocodile. That's what I went back to. You all just want to believe Jamaica is the worst, then no metric support Jamaica being among the worst. It's not Jamaica among the worst, bro. It is not Jamaica. It's a system. You are having the wrong conversation. You are emotionally rating. No, I'm not emotionally rating, bro. It is what I see. It is what I see. It is so corrupt. We have never seen Jamaica this corrupt before. Bro, if you know what some people know, I guess probably you know too. Let me see. And again, because sometimes, you see, you don't see who is behind. That's the thing, with the internet, at times when people commenting, you don't see who is behind the keyboard typing. So you might, guess what now? You can actually be talking to the devil, and the devil pretending to be Jesus talking to you behind the keyboard. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, you so know. Sometimes I speak in parables. Yeah. You can actually be talking to the devil and the internet, and you believe that you're actually talking to Jesus. Yeah. So the devil can be talking to you, and you think they're Jesus. Yes. So Hitler can be talking to you, and you think say it is the president of America you're talking to. You don't want to play on that. Yeah. How is Jamaica so corrupt? Bro, I wouldn't be laughing if I was so emotional, because I've learned to laugh. I've learned to laugh because it's a laugh I dwell like medicine. So, I'm going to be in laughing medicine. How is Jamaica so corrupt? Okay. Well, as Uncle Donald say, yeah, ask Hitler and him friend them. They are the one who dealt with the Jews unfairly. Yes. So just ask him. All the atrocities that he done to the Jews. Ask Hitler. All the atrocities. Ask Hitler. All the atrocities that he did to the Jews. God chosen people. Ask him. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, you're too slow to know. Yeah. But it is what it is, fam. It is what it is. So, as I say, we will not always agree. And that is how it is. Yes, Kingston, you see when that auditor report comes out, your boy belly is gonna burn him. Well, Uncle Donald, certain things will not come out. Certain things will not come out because money make people shut them mouth. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, you so know. Emotionally regulations, Jamaica corrupt, Jamaica bad mind, Jamaicans illiterate, redundancies. Okay. But as I say, we love Jamaica, and that's the only because we love Jamaica. That's the reason why we talk the way we talk. The other day I was listening Bounty Killer. And for years, Bounty Killer wasn't able to travel. And he didn't have a criminal record. For years, Popcorn able to travel. Popcorn couldn't go England. Popcorn go England, and he had a problem with England. He have a problem there every time he go there. And it wasn't because England had a problem with Popcorn. it wasn't because England had a problem with popcorn. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, you so know. Yeah. Brother Azmi. Okay. Yeah. If you know, you know. So as I say, if the truth should be told, there will be no peace. One time I used to hear people say that, and I did not understand why they say that. But then, you know, when you ponder on things that you hear, and then, you know, Father give you a revelation, and you say, whoa, was it like that all the time? What that is what it actually means. If the truth should be told, there will be no peace. There will be total chaos. If the truth should be told, there will be total chaos. Trust me, there will be no peace. And I've understand that nothing, as I said before, is ever as it seems. It is never as normal as it seems. It is just that way. No, nothing is never as the way it seems. Yeah. Just like I've heard people say that I used to hear YouTubers complain and said YouTube not recommending their videos and all of that and all of that and all of that. YouTube not recommending it and blaming YouTube. And the same thing was happening to me too. It was because Bounty link with Dodos, champion in action. Not only that, whole heap of things, as me say. Yeah. I used to hear YouTubers say, YouTube not recommending their videos. And I was wondering until I start doing my own research on myself. And I found out. And I'm like, wow. It was staring me in my face all along, right there. You get what I'm saying? I was doing videos very often, not getting any views, and I'm wondering, what am I not doing right? Is it the thumbnail? Is it this? Is it that? And persons was saying, hey, it's a thumbnail. You're not doing this kind of video. And then I do videos that I don't give a shit about at times, and I don't place enough effort, and it get views. And I'm like, no. But then I do certain videos and it don't get views. And I'm like, you know, yeah. And then I did my own research, as I say. And then I found out. And then I found out. And guess what? I realized that nothing is as it seems. But I say again, the higher the monkey climb is the more they expose their ass. Because if you look at monkey sit on their ass all the time. So there is no here, there, like it's always ball. So the higher the monkey climb, the more him ass exposed. And play stupid games to win stupid prizes. You get what I'm saying? Saying this to say, for years, I've used to think that YouTube was the one that not recommending my videos. So that's why I know that nothing is as it seems. I know for certain, at times, I know who and who watching my videos and my live, and when I watching my lives, especially like now, I know who is watching it. And I used to get upset because actually, YouTube is somewhere a platform that you can do and you can actually grow from it. It can allows you to travel around the world and meet people. This platform. But then you have persons that when you come and you talk, even like this, they are affiliated with certain people, they will mess with the traffic on your channel and will lower your viewership. So that is why I always talk like this, so I make it known. So every time it happens, I'm saying that I had the monkey climb, the more excuse, the more exposed. Yeah. Why is it that some Jamaican things get better there, Jamaican like you who think this is the worst of Jamaica ever been? apparently, as I said before, you see, we can agree to disagree, but the thing is, you see, when, as I say, when you're affiliated with political parties, I don't expect you to speak better. You get what I'm saying? Jamaica getting better. Jamaica getting, we keep hearing the same thing every friggin' year. Every friggin' year, we keep hearing the same thing. But when you go around and you look, you like wonder. Look at the friggin' roads. Look at the roads and the new traffic laws in Jamaica. Look at the roads in Jamaica. I take taxi very often. And I traverse the road very often and I talk to the taxi drivers. Even yesterday I was talking to the taxi driver. And he was saying, even, I mean, if him just have him elbow on it, not all the way out, he's gonna be charged for it, whether 5,000 or 10,000, gonna lose points off him license. And I'm like, you know, but the road in which they are driving on, the road is not even suitable to be driven on. Majority of the roads are not suitable for donkey carts. And that's a fact. Jamaican roads is the pothole capital of the Caribbean. Jamaican roads is the pothole capital of the Caribbean. And I say that with no apology. Jamaican roads are the worst. And yet still, taxi drivers are some of the most indisciplined in Jamaica, you know. Most indisciplined drivers. Some taxi drivers are most indisciplined. You get what I'm saying? They need to keep in hard and all of that. They are very indisciplined. But they are under severe pressure also. They are under severe pressure. They are under a lot of pressure. Because a lot of drivers are saying no, even if they lose their license, they are still going to be driving because that is what they do for a living. Every friggin' thing that they do now, they can be ticketed. Everything, simplest of things. What government in the world make a budget based on collecting or ticketing? What government in the world does that? I have no appreciation, bro. The man is just looking a reason to complain. The government is not for young people. They want to keep the poor to get poorer. Definitely. Guyana have places where dirt for miles, yet they have the worst roads. Look, I have subscribers on here who live in Trelawney. And the roads where they live, the road where she lives is actually very terrible. She said, I mean, if she go out, she better make sure she come back early because no vehicle can take her to her home because those roads have never been looked at in years. That's in Jamaica. That's just in Trelawney. And Trelawney should be taken care of because that is one Trelawney where Usain Bolt was born. You get what I'm saying? One of our heroes. All pig are swimming in the holes. Yes, all pig in. Have you ever seen pig in a pothole on the road? Pigs in the pothole. That's how bad it is. Oh, so you have personal feeling against the current government. I have no feelings against no government. I have feelings for my fiancé. I have personal feelings for my fiancé. That's the feelings that I have. The current government, yes, you have females in it, but I don't know them like that. You have females in it because I'm a guy that I'm not man to man. So I don't believe in man to man. So I have no, and I don't know the females them in the current government, nor the opposition. But I have feelings for my fiancé. So when I say feelings, I have feelings for my fiancé, not for the government. I have no feelings for the government. Only look at Jamaica with disgust instead of perfect. You look at Jamaica with disgust instead of not Jamaica, bro, but the system. I know it is. The system, I know it is. I'm just calling a spade a spade. I am just calling a spade a damn spade, and it's just how it is. You get what I'm saying? And I'm saying this Jamaica government, a matter of fact, has been the worst so far. Back in the days when PNP was running Jamaica for 18 years, and we all said, oh, let's vote them out and bring in JLP. You get me I say? Of course, we get rid of PNP Haas. You get me I say? Yeah, we get rid of them. And Daddy Bruce came, yes, and then Andrew came as a young prime minister. I was proud of him. I do good. I go with the youth, them and everything. You get me I say? And then, of course, what they said, this is the party that you will have no corruption in. Go back and watch them video there. No corruption you will see in this party. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so if you say, when you come on to political affiliation, trust me, I can be so unbiased. You can't do that. You can never do that, bro. I guarantee you that. I can be so political unbiased. You get what I'm saying? In my life, if I have had any orange shirt, it must be like one. I used to eat orange shirt. Just the color orange. I never like orange color. You get what I'm saying? So I have no political affiliation. Yeah. So I'm like that. I'm Jamaican. If you look at some of the videos you did in Mobi, just look at the connection of the road. Exactly. And as I always say, Montego Bay is called the tourist capital of Jamaica. The tourist capital. It should be better. It can be better. Look at them. Look at people tourists should be coming to Charles Gard Market in Montego Bay. Tourists should be coming to the market because you see that Jamaican vibes at the market. That Jamaican vibes at the market, that when you see, when you go Saturday morning and the music are playing, people are selling. I love that kind of vibe. That's why I say I always record. I don't record just for you guys. I record so I can watch the interaction. Some people selling over here. So, you know, that, I mean, people when they come to Jamaica, that's what they want. Interaction with local. People come here, they already have their money. They have already been places. It's not about luxury. Some people interested in going to luxurious hotels and 5-star hotels. Some people into that. Some people into the raw culture. They want to be on the street with the man that's smoking the weed. They can get some weed to smoke. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, everything can fix overnight. Jamaica will always has problem. What are the indicators to say we are moving in the right direction? Bro, to tell you the truth, if you realize then, all right, I was listening yesterday on the radio, coming in the taxi from, I guess they have, I think it was from the thing that they have in Mobile there. And there was some guy interviewing the person that was a part of the new plaza in Montego Bay. And who that have to do with the plaza? Those are investors, foreign investors. You get what I'm saying? That not really have a lot to do with Jamaicans itself. Yes, benefiting, I mean, infrastructures bill and Jamaicans get, I mean, what they are getting is crumbs, real crumbs. Jamaicans need opportunity. You got Chinese in Jamaica. The Chinese make a lot of gadgets in China. Why they don't teach Jamaicans to make those gadgets? And then the government fund it and have some factory in Jamaica that make stuff like that, made in Jamaica. Jamaica sell. Jamaica sell. Jamaica sell. Jamaica is a brand bigger than you. Reebok and Adidas and all of them brand. Jamaica bigger than them. Nothing is made in Jamaica. You get what I'm saying? Nothing is made in Jamaica. Growing up, I used to hear my parents talk about the garment factories and stuff like that in Jamaica and all of that. And they used to have good material there made in Jamaica. You know, a lot of people used to work at those places. Yeah, make Jamaica great again. Make Jamaica great again. Olufire is biased and his video is to show the condition. You hear? He's a biased, Uncle Donald. Bro, I'm not biased. As I say, can leave your door open. That's what he said. Oh, exactly, Joy. You remember that? You remember that conversation? The PM said you're gonna be able to leave your door open in Jamaica. No, you can't. Leave your full cube open. Are you going to complain for the next 66 years, 65 years? Well, if it's there something to complain about, trust me, I'll be here talking about it still. So you'll be rocking in your rocking chair and said, this boy is still here chatting about the same thing. So if you are here at that time, you'll be still in your rocking chair and telling your great grandkids that from before your grandmother was born, your mother was born, this guy had been here talking shit about complaining. So yes, they definitely will see me. The man just can see the glass half empty. Which glass? And you say me, yeah, I mean, I never been told, I mean, recently, but people don't normally tell me some bias. People always tell me, say, I don't care about people's feelings because I just say things as it is, which is, I never pretty up things. Because when people telling me things, I don't want you prettying up. I don't want nobody prettying up things. If I do shit that you don't like, just tell me. Don't pretty it up for me. I don't want no prettying up. Just tell it to me. Dash it for me without warning. Yes. Yes. Just dash it for me. Nobody pretty it up. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Look at it. Look at it now. We are in the 9th month. And again, we are in the hurricane season again. And what's happening for Jamaica? And I hear that those people who respond to Jamaica when it come on to disaster preparedness say Jamaica is ready for the next hurricane, ready for the hurricane season. You get what I'm saying? I hope to God we don't have any more hurricane. Yeah. Jamaica is not ready. So, I mean, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. No government deal with Jamaica like Jamaicans are some kindergarten kids. Kindergarten kids. I've never seen Jamaica being dealt with like this before. A lot of atrocities happening to Jamaicans. And you say police bringing down crime and all of that. People are being unalive like it's nothing. On camera and off camera. Like never before. And you say crime going down and all of that. You know? Yeah, which is some of the youths are very stupid to even get involved in what they're getting involved with. Don't take their disaster. What they're giving you is disaster. Stay away from it. Yeah. How can I be biased and I'm a labor right? I just don't like this piece of shit of a PM. Says Uncle Donald. So Uncle Donald say my labor right. And don't think him have in line. Well, I'm not gonna say my labor right. I'm not gonna say that. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna say I'm a Jamaican. So Uncle Donald can say that. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say I'm a Jamaican. Yeah, because I never consider myself that. Because first of all, I'm a Jamaican, and in any case, even as a Jamaican, you are whatever. I mean, you shouldn't be really just political, but whichever political party you see, which is we don't have much of a choice now, no better in, no better barrel, that is doing better, then you vote them in. But as I say, whenever I must have a choice. Beer box, you say. That's how you feel. Most you Jamaicans want to be angry. I don't know what you're saying. Beer back. Beer back. Okay. I know what kind of name that. But anyhow, that is your name, not mine. But I just say, peeps, I mean, the Chinese are here, and the Chinese are very, when I go into the Chinese stores, Chinese store the other day, and I see stuff that they make, the settees and all that, I'm saying, these people, God made them different. The Chinese, God made them different. You get what I'm saying? And if Jamaica have such a good relationship with them, why are Jamaicans don't have their young youths going to China, learning to make stuff that the Chinese are making to import to Jamaica, so we can actually be doing the same thing and supplying the Caribbean? Because guess what? That's not how it was orchestrated to be. You get what I'm saying? Because it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure stuff like that out. So I mean, that would be good for Jamaica. Just imagine Jamaica and stuff like that can be made in Jamaica, because the Chinese already have the machinery. So Jamaica could get some of those machinery from China, and they have a lot of empty buildings in Jamaica. Jamaicans have learned very fast. I see Jamaican pulling up phones and fixing them. They could learn. They could learn. A lot of companies all over the world would want to bring their stuff here in Jamaica to be in assembly. And, you know, I say manufactured in Jamaica and all of that. Made in Jamaica. Make Jamaica great again. Elevate Jamaica. But everything is made and bring to Jamaica. Then how can Jamaica be great? So what are we depending on? Tourism. When tourism come, it's not every one of us even get a taste of tourism. Because a lot of the craft vendors don't get a taste of the tourism. The craft vendors don't get it. Because the tour operators drive the tour buses to the Indians and other places, not to the craft markets. And I've interviewed and I've spoken to a lot of craft vendors from Ocho to Montego Bay. And they're hardly seeing those tour buses coming into the craft market so they can make some of those money. I've seen craft vendors have their stalls so packed till roach and rats start shitting up their things because they're not making no money. Talk about that. And they have stuff that was made in Jamaica. Jamaican craft vendors are some very creative people. They are very good at what they do. For years they've been doing that. But what? They are slowly dying out. Look at the people in Firm Gully. There are not a lot of persons in there anymore. They are slowly dying out. Look at Faith Spen. People at Faith Spen. Faith Spen was a place that was very vibrant. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about, I'm not being biased. As a Jamaican, it can be better. I'm gonna say the fire, the truth will always hurt. Exactly. Okay. Okay. When will Jamaica be great? Exactly. When will Jamaica be great? When will Jamaica be great? I never realized your vine was so negative. I never realized your vine was so negative. Guess what? My vines is not negative. So if you see negative vines, you are seeing wrong. Even Ray Charles and Nige Boy, who are blind, can see better than you. Nige Boy and Ray Charles can see better than you. You're right. Make Jamaica great again. Wishful thinking. Don't know, gaining, complaining. Get up and do it. Well, if I had the money, then I would do it. Guess what? But guess what? The money is there, as I said before. Look what you see these politicians. In no time, they are so friggin' rich. Back in the days, you would never see Mike and Manley, not even Edward Siaga, are none of these politicians was as rich as these politicians nowadays. How did they get so rich? They're smarter. Okay, they're smarter. I don't fight like Sparta. Big up yourself, boom family. Yeah. No politicians have never been so rich. None. These politicians don't like Jamaica and Jamaicans. They hate Jamaican people. Literally, they hate Jamaican people. It's like these politicians, they are from outer space. They are aliens. They are like aliens. They hate Jamaican people. And Jamaican people are killing each other for them, fighting. Dumbass Jamaicans. Sometimes when you hear people talk, if you ever open your mouth, they want to beat you up based on the party that they are affiliated with. I hear Jamaicans arguing over politics. And these politicians don't like them. They just smile, come on the media and tell them lies upon lies upon lies, and treat them, as I said before, like they are kindergarten kids, like they are so damn stupid. This one come and tell them that, and this one come and tell them that, and this one come and tell them that. You're like, shit. You know, it's all fools there. Send the fool a little further. Yeah. Send the fool a little further. Even when you're concerned with crime down. Who create the crime? Crime pays. Crime pays. That's what it says. Jamaican politicians hate Jamaicans. That is it. That's the fact. And we have never seen anything like this in Jamaica. Yeah. When they finish with Jamaica, they leave Jamaica and live overseas. Well, let's see what let's see what happened, Uncle Donald. Let's see what will happen. Yeah. Boom, say good night, everyone. Okay, yes, boom. When they okay, read that already, Uncle Donald. You too emotional. Stop pure nonsense. Where you see Jamaica killing our politics? Jamaicans killing our politics. Where you see Jamaican killing our politics? As I say, I wouldn't say you're living. I said it before that you're living under a rock. But it sounds too simple. I would say a rock is on your head. Literally. You're good, bro. Yeah, man. Yes, boom. Yeah. Well, you're right again too, because at times, no, you're right. Where you say Jamaicans being killed because of politics. And again, you are right. Because sometimes what they does is this, and it, as I said before, they make it look like it's politics. So you're right. You know what you're saying. As I said before, I remember me say that already before. I say it before. When it comes to social media and people commenting, you could be talking to Hitler and think that you're talking to Uncle Donald Trump, the president of America, when it's actually Hitler you're talking to that did all those atrocities to the Jews. Let me repeat. When it comes on to social media and commenting, people commenting, it's not like they're calling, voice call or video call. You don't know who you're talking to. You could be talking to Hitler, and you're there thinking that you're talking to Uncle Donald Trump of America, when in fact you're talking to Hitler that did all those atrocities to the Jews. Yeah. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, you soon know. This is Sanya. Good night, my friend Oli, and your audience. Hope all is well. I am back home, so can watch you again. Okay, big up, sis. Hope you had a wonderful vacation. Big up yourself. Yeah. You see, as I said, versus say my bias, but I guess what now? As I say, down to Niger boy and down to Niger boy and Ray Charles can see things playing at times. And it's when I come on here on YouTube I know me alone. I never come on here alone. Never. I am never alone. So that's the thing. And as I say, who I come on with can see through walls. I don't think this guy head is wrapped too tight. West Kingston. Uncle Daniel, as I say, at times you could be talking to Hitler, who did so much atrocities to the Jews, and you're there thinking that you're talking to Mother Teresa. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, you're too slow to know. Some people have peanut brain in an eggshell. Yeah, that's true. Some people have peanut for brains, it's true. And some people literally have shit for brains. You used to have some Indians in St. Catherine, used to be my neighbors, and they always say some people head is so big. I mean, if they are meant to take education, they will be the next prime minister in Jamaica. But if they go for the head to take shit, and some people literally take shit, they will break every toilet in the community. Some people won't get that. Jai, so welcome back home, Sister Sonia. Yeah. Yeah. And saying that holy fire is very much, holy fire is not emotional. Trust me. What I was to be emotional about is just that I'm emotional about. That is what I'm emotional about. And in life, I've learned to control emotion. Donald Thompson, I know you ain't rap. You all a bunch of freaking minded Jamaicans who enjoy ranting instead of problem solving. But that's the thing, bro. As Jamaicans, for example, as Jamaicans, a lot of Jamaicans don't have the money to fix the problem, so they have to talk about it. Who they put there, their political representative, who they voted for, they are the one who is put there to do what they are supposed to do. A lot of Jamaican schools in Jamaica, you have past students taking up responsibility of being responsible for government schools. And that's the thing. And I say it's not supposed to help, but Jamaicans are not the one that's supposed to do what they elected people to do. So when you say complain, if you're not see something doing right that should be done, then you have to talk about it. Problem with you know, West Kingston, you have a problem with person actually, you know, stating their opinion based on what they see and their experience. Now you sound like a crazy ass woman there. You know? Like they're on the road in a mall. You get me I say? The woman that's on the road in a mall, yeah, you sound like her now because somebody was stating their opinion based on their experience and she was ranting and all of that. Yeah. Sonia said, thanks, Joy. Nice to be back in Cayman. Had a good time though. I know you're good to be back in Cayman. The country have no patrol. Cayman is very hot, sis. Love, get some real Cayman food. Yes, sis, but I know, tell them Cayman don't have one patrol. And Jamaican government is friend with Cayman government, but they don't adapt stuff like that. No patrol, a country that is patrol free. A country that is patrol free. No patrol, no Sharon or patrol. Your PM took a 135% increase and he's not doing shit. No, a 300%, Uncle Donald. A 300%, Uncle Donald. Yeah. Yes, sis. Tell him, Sister Sonia. Tell him, Sister Sonia, a country without no patrol. I drive in Cayman and tires until tires wear out. Yeah, until tires wear out. Not until I drop in a patrol, because there was no patrol to drop in. Just imagine that. Just imagine that. And you think, say, if Cayman people, Caymanians, and people in Cayman, living in Cayman, see stuff, they don't talk about it. The people in Cayman have I would say, their voices have been heard whenever time they speak. They said they didn't want any port there to any ship to dock, and none couldn't make there. Just imagine that. The people come together and say they don't want any, because it's gonna destroy their coral reef, and they could not, the government could not make any. Just imagine that. Jamaicans will just hear that it's actually making, and that is it. And Jamaica is bigger than Cayman. Holy fire. I just watched a video with the dirty downtown. Guess what? I will be calling the mayor tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. You need to do something. So, see, so if you have contact with the mayor, that will show you who you have contact with. So you can do something because you have contact with the mayor. That's why I tell you, you could be Hitler. I don't know. Well, you need to come back to Cayman, but it's twice as expensive. It's twice as expensive. We are the government, only. We hire them. They got to listen to us. We fired. Wait there. You see? Sister Sonia is a Caymanian. She's in Cayman. And you know what she's saying? Holy. She's saying, well, she's saying Cayman twice as, which is, we know it's a Cayman expensive. Cayman not really produce anything. It's mostly imported. So duties and everything. So it could be price more dear than Jamaica. She said, we are the government. We hire them, and they got to listen to us, or we fire them. And that is true. As I said before, in Cayman, I see government's opposition and ruling party. And when they have election, you know what happened? Independent candidate win the election. And if they don't have enough person to make the government what they do, they get some other persons from the different side of the parties, and they form the government. You think that will ever happen in Jamaica? That will never happen in Jamaica. That will never happen in Jamaica. And when they do that, they don't talk about who voted for who or who didn't vote for who. Whatever they do is to benefit. It's for the betterment of the Cayman Island and the Cayman people. You know what I'm saying? It's for the betterment of the Cayman Island, to the betterment of the Cayman people. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying the government they not get rich too, but they are doing. And if you say Caymanians, which is some of them lazy, not working, because some of them lazy is not that they can't get work. They can get work because they are first priority. Are Jamaicans first priority? No, they are not. That's what I'm talking about. We are not first priority. Good night, everyone. Yeah, big up yourself, Uncle Donald. Take care of yourself. Yeah, and hope you get better soon. You come out of the hospital. Yeah. Jamaicans are not priority. They are not. Youth don't have opportunity like that. We vote out them out if they're not working here in Cayman. Exactly. Them vote them out. And that is just it. But Jamaica is a bigger country, and it's completely different. It's completely different. And in Jamaica, in Cayman, things might hide. If anything, they might hide it. But in Jamaica, things are plain. In Cayman, I'm not saying shit happened there, and it might hide. But in Jamaica, in Cayman, it will hide. But in Jamaica, it's in plain sight. Plain sight. Everybody's seen it. But everybody blind to it. And people got to be blind. Some people are too scared. And why would people be scared? Why would people be scared? I've seen fathers standing up, feeling helpless and hearing his son being threatened to get unalive if they catch him on the road, and he feel helpless, and people live with that. That will not happen to people in Beverly Hills and Cherry Gardens and places like that, other gated communities. Only in the ghetto, shit like that will happen. Because if the father and his son get unalive, it will be just another story. And then nothing else about it. Is that independence? Is that emancipation? With no accountability, nothing at all? Yeah. Okay, your uncle, I hope you feel better. Yeah, is that independence? Is that being emancipated? As far as I am concerned, right about now, as I say, it's like Jamaica is under dictatorship, D-I-C-K. Remember, so I can't spell good. And I'm not so bright. So Jamaica is under dictatorship. Is that the word? Somebody can spell for me? Is it D-I-C-K? Dictatorship? Well, I guess I intended to say it that way. Jamaica is on a dictatorship, literally. And not just China or Cuba or Russia. Jamaica too, little by little. You're even losing freedom of speech. If you come out here and talk, you are spreading misinformation. But if the government give you information that is not right, it is Mr. Information. Our Minister of Information. It's crazy, peeps. And I asked the question before we end again. What was the real sense of Jamaica getting independent from Britain? What was the real benefit? Who really benefit from Jamaica being independent from Britain? Because as far as I am concerned, if I have kids and they are not financially stable, how are they going to leave my house to say that they are going to live on their own when they're not financially stable? Or are they going to manage? Am I saying no? I teach them to be independent and they have some form of resources to be independent. Was Jamaica ready to be independent? What did Jamaica gain from being independent? So Sister Sonia said, every word you say is true. Some lazy as they get help from the government. If they don't work, they get, I even forget that. You hear? So this is the Cayman. If they don't work, they get $1,000. So that is like almost $1,200 US. Or they get $1,500, which is almost nearly $1,800 US. And they rent paid too, but some of us like to work. Yeah, because I know someone that him saying can't work. And every month his rent was paid. I had to work and pay my rent, but he was living there and getting his rent paid and getting some card to go to the supermarket. And Sister Sonia, is that being paid for by the Cayman government or the British government? Because I'm just asking, does the Cayman government finance that, or is it financed by the British government? Because people will say Britain is the one that finance Cayman, which is, I don't think that's the case. Cayman finance itself. Uncle Donald, make sure you're careful with the tour. Okay. I disagree that what you are doing is what holding back Jamaica. The perfection is worse than reality. Well, that's your opinion. Free for your opinion. Thanks for your opinion. Jamaica is not independent. It's a lie. Exactly. Jamaican independent for me, as I said before, it was bought in some factory in China. It was Jamaican independence was manufactured in some back road factory in China. Yeah. Happy independence, everyone. Bro. Happy what? Okay. By Cayman Island government. So not by Britain, because people tend to think that because Britain is Cayman is under the leadership of our British territory. That means a colony, but territory. It's a British territory. They believe that Britain does automatically dash money to take care of the people them who don't want to work. It's not work like that. Yeah. Thanks, West Kingston. Yeah. You know, Joy, so you say thanks too. I not say thanks because, as I say, the independence was bought in China, in some factory. What Britain does for us is stabilize, is stability. It offers our bank and business, and if we want to retire there. So that's it. So people believe, say, Britain dash money for Cayman government, pay police and do everything, and Cayman finance itself. So that's the wrong narrative people get. Is tomorrow holiday in Jamaica? I don't know, Uncle Donald, because yesterday seems like the holiday. You have to ask West Kingston. West Kingston, him seems to have a lot of political affiliation, so him know what go on. Him can call all mayor. West Kingston is tomorrow a holiday because I see they celebrate it yesterday, which is that I normally do. On weekends, they normally roll over until Monday, but I've never seen it happen in Jamaica before. And majority of stores that I went to, people wasn't working. It was just more like the Chinese then come to work, but the Jamaicans wasn't working. So I don't know. Yeah. So I say I don't know about this independent thing. So none of you guys answer me. What did Jamaica gain from being independent from Britain? What was it? Yeah. What was it that Jamaica gained? What is it from being independent? Because as I said before, to me, in my opinion, it was about them getting power. That's just it. Uncle Dada, I'm missing nobody answer it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Uncle Dada. I am not sure. As I say, I saw them celebrating the holiday yesterday, which is Saturday. Majority of places were closed. A lot of places was closed. And normally it's a weekend. Yeah, even the market wasn't so festive yesterday when I passed there because it seems like it's a holiday. So I'm not sure. Not 100% sure, so I can't say. Yeah. When you peeps, it's gone 3 hours, so we're going to end live now. And for those of you who think that I'm biased, that's up to you. As I said, this is the only channel that you're gonna come on and you're gonna be on. And I am not going to feel no way when we don't share the same opinion. All right, so Sister Sonia say, our money is made by the fees charged per year for the various businesses and the work permits and the cruise ships, stops and seaport trade that are registered here. So you hear that? That is how Cayman make money. Because Cayman don't have no natural resources. So this is how they make money. So if Cayman can make money, you're gonna say Cayman is a smaller country again, but they make money. They make a lot of money from cruise ships stopping. So I've never heard this. Does Jamaica make money from the cruise ship stopping here? Because at one point, somebody was telling me that at one point, they used to get like $25 for every cruise ship passenger. Whether they come off the ship or not, it's $25. And then he was saying that it must have been raised by then. So I'm wondering, does Jamaica get money from cruise ship passengers stopping over and all that? That's a lot of money. Fire doesn't understand that is mindset that change a society, not money. The longer Jamaicans keep believing Jamaica the worst will be, the longer we stay in like that. Well, mindset can change a country, but also money. Mindset can change a country, but guess what? It's two, yeah, let's put it aside, two things, mindset and money. So mindset and money. So you got that right. Mindset and money. 2M can change Jamaica. Mindset and money. That is when the money is spent correctly. Not when people have several different bank accounts putting money into and send it into offshore banks in Cayman Island and other places. Yeah. That doesn't build a country. The Jamaica spirit to bring for this man happen. The Jamaica spirit to bring for this man happen. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Remember, we pay no tax, so government have to generate money otherwise. Well, I wouldn't say it's just that we don't use the word tax, but it's always, because there's other ways of saying things when you use tax. But in a sense, a lot of things you don't pay that, because you don't pay land tax and stuff like that. For sure still. Land tax. Just imagine you buying a house and you purchasing that house. And you just insure that house and you're not paying tax yearly for that house. That's a lot of money you save yearly also too. Wow. Cayman, Bermuda, Turks and Caicos are overseas territory. Yeah. They are overseas territories for true. But what? Yeah. We sell them water. Just imagine. We sell them water because Jamaica have a lot of water. You're going back to that again. But yet still, a lot of people in Jamaica don't have water, and Jamaica can sell water. Wow. Just imagine that. We have the money now. We have the money. We have the money now. Yeah. We have the money a long time. As I say, it's just mismanagement. It's just that people angle in Jamaica like it's their personal business. You know? They just sell. Because it's like working in a supermarket as a cashier. And you just work and push it. You just sell and push money in your pocket. West Kingdom, make sure you in on the live on Thursday. Boy. No offense, reading is our issue too. Reading is our issue. Well, in a sense, well, let's say if you want to hide stuff from black people, you just put it in words. And that's true, a lot of us, because a lot of us don't read in fine prints. That's true. We just sign contracts and don't read the fine prints. Contracts and don't read the fine print. So, yeah, but reading is not just, because a lot of person can't read, and that is not their issue. A lot of persons cannot read, and they are very, very successful in life. I've met illiterate people, and they are very successful in life. Knowledge is key, not reading. Reading is fundamental, but I've never heard anyone say reading is key. Knowledge is key. And some people have knowledge, street knowledge, and they survive. Not reading, they don't have reading. Any peeps, big up on yourself, enough love and respect. And remember, it's good to do good and show love. Yeah. And we need to start all our politicians accountable and don't allow them to destroy Jamaica. Because people say crime will destroy Jamaica. Are crime and criminals. But the biggest criminals are the one in jacket and tie. People who doesn't read well tend to often compensate with emotion like a lot of Jamaicans. Well, as I say, reading is fundamental. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is key, not reading. And all other persons, I repeat again, that cannot read. And they are very successful in life. Yeah. But as I said, peeps, we need to hold our politicians accountable. And as they say, criminals mash up Jamaica, but no. Because criminals, a lot of them are being held and they are taken to court and they pay for what they do. How much politicians have you seen in Jamaica gone to prison? Count on your fingers and you guys tell me in the next live, how much politicians have you seen gone to prison? They always get away with it. Yeah. The one that was in the oil business and all of them. Yeah. The oil business. Yeah. And all of them, you see. Big collar criminals. Anyway, big up on yourself. Enough love and respect. And remember, good over evil and God over devil. And life over death. Do good and good will come back to you. And remember this also. This is very important. If you work for the devil is going to reward you. And he's going to reward you, he's going to reward you openly. And everyone will know. Because the devil only aim is to shame you. If you work for God, he's going to reward you and he's going to reward you openly. And if God is with you, then no one can be against you. If your hands is clean and your heart is pure, no one can be against you. Because they will not come against you. They will think that they are coming against you. The weapons will form, but because you have the Most High God, it will not prosper. Enough love and respect. Big up on yourself.